Live.
We are live now.
Okay.
So, pretty
That's
straightforward.
good. I won't say what I was going to say then. All right.
YouTube wants me to sign in so I can see my own chat in OBS.
It's awkward.
We are live now.
Are you
Okay.
streaming to? Are you streaming to Twitch as well?
I'm
or no?
just streaming to YouTube. I don't have simul
Okay.
stream set up, so
Okay. Yep.
if you want to
Just
simul stream to Twitch? I don't
no,
know
sure don't.
what that
I don't
would
think there's
mean.
much reason to. They can find
Exactly.
it on YouTube and we can post
Yeah.
it later. I just wanted to know if I need to monitor two chats or
Yep.
one
Yep.
for
Yep.
questions.
Yeah, just one shot. So
Cool.
cool. Just making sure I can actually see chat. Stream's live. We're gonna get started here in a second, folks. We're just waiting on all players to get on.
Mm-hmm.
Ninja's back, so cool. Hello. All right, looks like we're live. Stream looks good. Audio quality check if someone on chat can say everything's good or not. Be good.
Yeah, and probably audio volume is worth having a look at too. Do we sound roughly the same level?
Hopefully that's the case.
Yeah, I might get louder as I get excited. I think I'm tend to be more excitable than you.
I like my calm, chill demeanor. I gotta say, casting is a lot more relaxing than playing.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. All right,
All
so I
right.
wanted to look at a couple summary stats here, which I'm going to do on my own. I don't know if you're going to go through them as well. I wanted to see how bad the science deficit was. Almost double.
It is pretty bad. Do remember that he did get labor force, which is I think 400 science for free. So it's what is that now? Labor force is no navigation. So we got navigation for 200 science. So there is 200 science that's not showing up on that chart. But yeah, the bigger problem is the gap is still pretty wide.
Yeah.
So he's not catching up.
I was just chatting about this because I was unfamiliar with this strategy. Like, I was familiar with adopting, and the bonus from adopting, the plus hundreds relational standing, is really good anyways, because that's a 50% yield modifier. But I didn't realize that with patrons available, you could also guarantee the tutors of the adopted kid. So you get this huge stat boost. And I don't know if Ninja did this or not, but you can also tutor the first level of that and then send them exploring if you have exploration for even more stat gain from that, which is pretty wild. So I don't think that, I suppose the board state could change for production, but from character production, I don't think Aran ever gets to close that gap, right? Because he's going to have Ninja's initial leader with super air followed by super air until the second leader is dead and gone. That impact is still going to be felt.
Yeah, though Ninja's had a couple deaths, right? This is his third leader. So, and it looks like he just has one person in the succession now. So,
Oh, is it third now? So this is then the point at which the science input from characters is going to start evening out, or rather, no longer be advantaged from that start, right?
yeah.
If it's third leader, okay.
Yep.
All
All
I'm
right.
slightly
So
louder than you.
I've just adjusted it down to 85%. So we'll see if that helps.
Perfect. I'll speak 15% louder.
Yeah. All right. So massive earthquake. Ugh. This is really brutal here in Egypt's lands.
Yeah. Earthquake's annoying. I actually don't think that's one of the worst ones. It's huge and it has a fairly big order tax, but it's pretty, it's kind of one and done. The ones I don't like are more like, I really dislike, we were talking about this in DMs, but I think it's worth sharing too. I really dislike the ones that leave permanent impacts, like the fire one, right? Because the forest not coming back can be a huge problem if you're doing anything related to lumber. You might just not have another source of it. So earthquakes and order tax, kind of annoying, but whatever, get it out of the way while they're not actively in conflict is probably a good time for that.
Yes. So, all right, let's think here. So we've got kind of a situation. So I did watch the first session. It seems like Ninja, as you mentioned, has a pretty significant science lead. He's stronger and erudite, which must be terrifying for Aran to see. Tech-wise, they're relatively similar paths, I think. Just Ninja has a couple more techs along the way. Although Ninja, interestingly, does not have navigation. So order-wise, I think we've got 20 orders here. And how many orders for Ninja? Yeah, only 11. So that's a pretty big difference. And both of them are spending 6 orders on improvement construction. So that is
Yeah,
Aaron's one saving grace. He's playing for a slightly longer game, I want to say.
I've been really interested to see this. This happened in your game with Ninja, and also just checking to double check on this. I didn't cast these ones, so I'm not quite as familiar with the exact numbers here. But yeah, again here. So Aaron on 14 workers, Ninja on 9, but the improvement count is identical. They're literally Ninja's one ahead of Aaron.
Yeah,
This happened in your game as well. So it seems like Ninja at least has found a very efficient way to use his workers. He keeps up in improvements, doesn't build as many of them, and gets to build
yeah.
other things in the early game, which is pretty cool.
Yes, he's very. I think his first 50 turns are so clean. Like he doesn't waste anything. I really feel like I need to just get him to stream a POV at some point and just watch what he does and why he does it because it's so efficient. And he just somehow magically conjures everything he needs, and then
Yeah. I mean, we've watched a couple now in these tournaments, so
yeah,
I don't really need another one of those necessarily. What I want almost from him is like a commentated one. It'd be really nice to hear, even if he did it
yeah,
retroactively, like going back to it,
yep,
like
yep.
why and what he's thinking about and what he's doing and why.
He also clears camps with like the bare minimum possible, which is always scary to me. But he always seems to like he's on a knife's edge. He doesn't build too much.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. That almost cost him in your game. Like he was so far ahead in terms of cities that it's tough to imagine that it was directly the outcome related there. But he was so negative and so many resources for so long that it's just
yeah,
you can imagine
I
a
just
world
didn't
where he could
realize
put it
it.
away.
So I
Yeah.
just did not realize
Well,
it. So
yeah. There's a lot of
did
problems
not
there.
did
I
not
don't know.
push. Yeah, yeah. I still haven't
Yeah.
watched the cast, but yeah, no, I
Yeah.
definitely learned a lot from that game. Things not to do.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Definitely deserved victory from him, especially with that expansion. It was so clean, so fast, so big, so much.
this is a kind of interesting distribution of. I kind of like it, honestly, of Ninja's stuff. I don't know if this has been talked about because again, I watched part of the coverage, but a lot of it was kind of muted. So there's only one champion city, right? So this
Yes,
is primarily hunter cities and patron cities. A split 3-3 with one
3 3
champion
1.
city
Yep.
right now.
I
Yeah,
presume
that's
he's going to
pretty
put
interesting.
champions on the front lines to make them a little more defensive, a little tankier. I guess.
Yeah, there's some. The problems with that are the champion standing, like their family standing. They want to have largest army, and it's pretty hard to be largest army if you only have one production site. I get that their direct bonus, the 50% modifier, is way better in the seat than it is anywhere else. The +2 is much less exciting, for example.
Yeah.
But it is going to be tough to keep them happy like that. I'm
Yeah.
not sure.
My favorite way of playing champs is just they're my second city, my first mill city, and they just produce all game. That's all they do. I don't even build workers in that city. It just keeps building units. The second champ city builds workers for it because
Yeah, yep.
the 50% bonus is so good.
You
Ninja's
kind of
kind of
want
got
the
some family problems here, though. Go ahead, sorry.
Well, yeah, and on a very small map, you can kind of get away with that. If you only have two champion cities, so be it, right? Because it's like
Hmm.
that's going to be a significant, especially with the main city spamming units all game long. Especially if you settle them early, you will probably have that highest military score in your nation be champions. You don't have any of the happiness issues there,
Yeah.
but we'll see if that works out here. It's funny too. I spoke to Aaron prior to this game. I just asking him what he was thinking about for strategies and whatnot, and he had said something like he was going to look to play a hunter family for the long game to deal with Ninja's aggression with
Mm.
Sentinel. But it's funny because this map is not that at all, right? Aaron's gone
Yeah.
Egypt with no access to hunters, and actually Ninja has hunters for the long game if
Yep.
he wants it. So
Yeah. So Ninja does have some family opinion problems. His patrons really don't like him. The big problem is his pagan head really hates his guts. So he's got minus 98 from pagan, and his pagan head is estranged and plotting,
yeah,
and is also the Grand Vizier. So this is not going to end well. So
no, he's definitely just waiting on that guy to die. I've seen him do it a couple times this tournament. He tends to not really interact too much with the problems, like just kind of leaves them at the manageable level without having to divest any resources into it, and then waits them out. So we'll
yeah,
see.
I tend to be pretty careful about making sure my families are happy and like influencing, and I find it helps a lot to just keep everything smooth.
Yeah, I
Um,
like that too, but it is very resource intensive,
it
both in
is
orders and
orders, and money.
spending.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
But when you're playing traders, be pre-nerf traders, you're just swimming in money, so who cares?
yeah, for sure. Okay, so how's the city count
Compo,
looking? 6 to 7. Yeah,
compo.
what are his other options here?
His other options are steel, horse archer, and free horseman. So compo, I think,
Yeah,
is
this
the
makes
right
sense then.
call. Ranges
Yeah,
are good.
Yeah, it's gonna be a little bit slower. I mean, ranges are solid for sure, and having that ballista can be okay. I haven't really played with it much post nerf, so I don't know how noticeable it is. This is probably not what Aaron really wants.
Yeah, it
Choke
looks like
through
he
his
has a bunch of other texts marked: husbandry, sovereignty,
yeah,
monasticism. So
yeah. But I think he's probably looking at the science gap and going, I can't really afford to be taking units right now. I need
yeah,
permanent text to kind of help get back into this.
yes.
So
Aran is still behind in overall tech rate. He's got plus 64 to Ninja's plus 77. So the gap is still
yeah,
there.
yep,
And Ninja's building some groves and gardeners. Um, Aaron's groves are up. He's got this awkward 5 Gaul ambition, which fortunately there's just enough Gauls for that to work. I guess it's not the last camp, so yeah. I always hate it when you get that ambition and like you have to wait on units to spawn on a camp in order to complete it because it's the last camp.
yeah. I do like some of this. I like his plan, his pins out there for. He's trying to maximize his groves, which I think is one
Yeah,
of the things. One of the places that Aaron may be a better player than Ninja in. Maybe. We've seen a lot of detail work from Ninja just in terms of his efficiency. But
yeah.
if you think about the more economic side of the game, Aaron tends to be pretty solid there. So
Yes. Yeah. I mean, I think if this game goes long, I'm going to favor Aaron. Personally, just I feel like his late game is just a lot more steady. He balances economy and everything really well. Doesn't have the kind of boom bust cycle that we've seen Ninja do in a couple games where he kind of goes really wide, gets really strong, and then the economy just collapses or family opinion goes to hell and he has to like recover.
I don't know.
So
I'm not so familiar with the Assyrian. I don't play Assyria all that much, so it's probably one of my lesser played civs. I like them, but just don't seem to find the option very often. But Egypt, I've played a lot, and Egypt really struggles with both agents and ambassadors, like mid to late game. So if they are getting to a point of the game where they both have spies in and are trying to maximize all their yields from this, Egypt just starts at a bit of a disadvantage there for those, from my opinion.
yeah.
So
So Ninja's got good vision of what Aaron is doing. It looks like the scout is leaving. He does have that early exploration, which Ninja or sorry Egypt does not have exploration yet. We are at a pretty similar order income, but still slightly favoring Aaron. I think serfdom's the big deal. He's getting these random rebels, which is not great. Got a rebel in Tushpa here, so that he has a slinger ready to deal with it. But
yeah, Rebels is kind
yeah,
of a pain.
see if it
Um,
connects the coastline as well.
have we seen either of them take or pass the new law, not the new law, the new tech for the double unit of their UUs?
I don't think anyone's hit strong yet. Nineveh will be
Okay.
hitting strong shortly next turn. So
Yeah, I think in this position, it would actually really behoove Ninja to take that if he gets the option. If he's
looks
this far
like
ahead in science already,
looks like Wasat's 6 years away. So Aaron will have that choice. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. Rams are kind of. I gotta say, I really don't love Rams. They're very strong if you can get them in position, but getting them in position is the tough part. He does have a road network, but he'd want a road network all the way to the sea and then coastal movement. So yeah, I don't know that I would take two 6 strength Rams for 200 science right now, personally.
hmm. I also don't really like Rams, although I've seen them be strong. But I think here this is gonna be a game played on the waters, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
maybe there's an attack through his champion seat into the center area, but it just seems like his capital is not actually very far from the water, and the rest of
Yeah,
his stuff is connected via coast. So I'm not
yeah,
too worried about the movement of Rams here.
yeah. Although you'll definitely want to put roads by those rivers because Rams do not benefit the double movement from river movement. So
Yeah.
roads are strictly better for a siege. So it's kind of a little counterintuitive. You want a road next to your river for the siege. But yeah, but it's going to be interesting to see how this game shapes up because we kind of have the middle visible here, and um,
Yeah. What's this tactician leader? And tactician leader is okay, but I don't think you want that now.
yeah,
Wonder if it's worth an early abdicate. Who's it? Oh, I was looking at the spouse, not the daughter, so I guess not. Or not yet, anyways.
yeah,
I mean, there are some center force. It is possible, and his unique unit is a range unit, so it is possible to utilize the invisibility portion of tactician
hmm
reasonably well in this map. So that could be something. Oh, look at that horseman coming across on the south from Ninja.
Yeah.
This,
How
what
did
was
how
good
did
about this?
Ninja get a new ruler? Or not? Oh, no, this is Ninja's new ruler. This is okay. Sorry. Yeah, not this is Sorry, you were talking about this is Aaron's new ruler. Sorry.
Yeah, yeah.
Excuse me.
One of the things that happened in your game was Ninja's expansion rate, and particularly the direction he chose, kind of locked you out of more cities easily. I
Yes, he
think this
fenced
is,
me in. He locked me in, which was
yeah,
and he attacked right at the precise right moment. I think the game would have been a little different had I been able to settle the three cities on my side that he was able to take. Um,
yeah. And despite this science gap being pretty bad for Aaron here,
he's not
Ninja's
going to get locked in.
actual, yeah, his actual position on the map is not such that he's choking Aaron out yet. So there might be a little bit of time for Aaron to do something here. And you can hold with lower tech, with the right techs, even if it is production oriented, like ranges do for you, or counter oriented, like having the right unit. But if he doesn't eventually fix this science problem, it's going to be GG. I guess he can, right?
Yeah, I mean,
I mean,
I think he's catching up. He's got those groves. He's going to get the grove specialist. He's getting a master acolyte, which is going to get him some orders as well, which is actually an interesting choice of the sage's seat. It looks like Ninja is pushing forward to maybe to clear these vandal camps and do a aggressive forward settle. Although I don't see any settler. Like he actually has settlers. He got a settler in the south and another one. So yeah, it looks like he's going to plop on the right or on the bottom site there, and then and settle forward because the terrain on the south is a lot easier. Like if you connect those coasts, you've got a nice slingshot right into Aaron's lands. The north is kind of awkward with the Gauls and the mountains and the desert.
yeah,
Um, yeah, presume he's going to clear at
yeah.
least the
They,
Gauls on his side, but I don't know about those middle Gauls. Go ahead.
I think Constitution is the thing that I'm looking at right now. It's just checking the specialists. It's not actually that deep on either of them, and the specialists are not super urban focused. So the Constitution that that Ninja has going on right now isn't that much per turn. I think it's like 7 a turn or something. But I do feel like that is going to get more pronounced as they both invest in military
Yeah,
officers. So,
yeah. No, I personally really like Constitution, though you do need specialists in order to really have it pay off. So
yeah, but we are. I mean, judging just some of these tournament games I'm watching from Ninja, he doesn't. He does do a lot of kind of short term plays, right? A lot of like
yes,
unit building on like 8 or 10 turn builds.
he's a snowball player in my opinion. Like he sort of takes an advantage, then uses the advantage, and then like is playing kind of for like let me what gets me the most value now. A greedy player in
Yeah.
that not in the uh, game sense greedy, but greedy in the algorithm sense, right? Taking the first best option and not necessarily thinking like what would be the best option in 40 turns because I don't care about 40 turns. The game is over in 20. So
Yeah, it's a mentality that requires that you be willing to pull the trigger, right? Because
yes,
the downside of that is you can get outmaneuvered long
yes.
term with that kind of thought process.
Yeah, where I'm the opposite player. I'm like, well, this is optimal in 90 turns, so let's do it now. And
Yeah,
then
yeah,
like, it's like, well, I need to survive to 90 turns. So,
yeah.
but then if I make it there, like it's just an unstoppable. Like it's very very hard to deal with it because like it's all those snowball advantages go together.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and I will save the castigations your way and put them on me instead, and say, I tend to play that way a lot too. And one of the things that makes easier is the combat, right? It's
yes,
less risky to go into such an
yep,
unknown thing when you have a serious set of advantages. It is
yeah,
much more risky to go in at a more even or earlier rate where the advantages are not as clear as well or as well defined. And
yep,
Ninja's been really good about just rolling with that anyways, which I
yeah.
like.
So it looks like he is clearing this vandal site in the south. Aaron does not have vision down here, so he doesn't know that Ninja's clearing his site. He's also dealing. Aaron is dealing his vandal raid in the southeast. So Ninja's got that settler there already, ready to go. That's another thing he does really well. He tends to have settlers pretty much ready to settle, like if not the exact city turn, like a turn or two later, which makes it really hard to like contest sites because they immediately get settled.
Yeah, I saw some discussion about that, about whether or not the tribal difficulty should remain the same for the next tournament. It is an interesting question. Like how.
And normal, I personally think normal is good, just because otherwise, like, becomes fighting tribes and champions become really strong. Um, yeah, so it just, yeah, I vastly prefer normal to higher difficulties.
Yeah, I
I,
mostly agree with that, but I do think the point you just made about contesting sites, it requires
yes,
quite a lot of things to line up, right? It requires that the site doesn't disappear in one turn. It requires
yeah,
that you have sight on it. It requires that you can get units there. It requires that your other immediate goals for that military aren't so pressing that you can't do that. So there are some advantages to manufacturing slower tribal clearing, right? Not
Yes.
necessarily as a rate across the board, but perhaps for individual sites, that kind of thought
Yep.
process, because it will manufacture conflict in a way that isn't game deciding, but allows for interactions of the players earlier. So,
Yeah. All right, so we're building some slingers in our site here. Gardeners, so he is catching up on science, investing pretty heavily into gardeners. He's still sees ninjas stronger in erudite, which honestly is really terrifying to see, especially when not facing, like, when it's not a Carthage, it's not just tribal units, it's actual units. You're like, oh no. Um, he does have this, he does have his unit here down here stunning things, his leader. He doesn't have a governor in his capital, which feels like it doesn't have any good options, I guess.
yeah, he's gonna feel the Egypt pain for having reasonable
Interestingly, more science
terrain.
out of the sage's seat than out of his capital, which isn't
Makes
surprising.
sense. It's got Joran Aqueduct,
Yep.
and I do think that his decision, you can see him queuing up the monasteries. It's going to be scary because short term monasteries don't offer the tech for
Yeah.
monasteries don't offer a lot of military advantages, right? Maybe polytheism with divine rule gets you a couple orders here and there, but it's another investment of having to build the things and quite a ways away from other military techs. But I do think it's his way back into the game. It is something asymmetrical that Aaron has in his favor, is he has a religion right now and Ninja doesn't.
Did Ninja
So,
just get his fourth ruler? Cause of death severely ill at 22? What the heck?
oh,
That's bad luck.
yeah,
That
it
is
is bad luck.
brutal. That is brutal. Like dead at 22 is really rough off severely ill. That's shitty luck.
Both those slingers rolling criticals this turn
On
on the
a
double rebels. So
on a
that's good.
7 wisdom scholar dead at 22. That's like I just feel so
Yeah.
bad for him right now because like
Yeah, I don't have a favorite in this game necessarily. I just want to see
I
the
want to
best
see a good
plays
game.
win.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I know, but like I don't know because on the one hand, it will make a better game if Ninja has some ruler problems right now. He'll give Aaron time to get back into it.
Yeah.
But on the other hand,
Although
Ninja has executed really well. It'd be a shame to see that advantage get thrown away through RNG.
yeah, I mean 4 rulers before turn 50 is really rough. Um,
Yeah.
Although his legitimacy isn't too bad, honestly. Although that one is at least he got the able on that last one. So yeah, I think he still
Yeah.
has a legitimacy advantage over Aaron. Actually,
That's surprising to me,
I'm not
but
sure. I can't. Let me check. 115 versus 110. Yeah, so a very slight
yeah.
advantage. He did fulfill a bunch of ambitions, I guess. I'm not sure. But yeah, that's brutal. But now he has a commander, and commanders are honestly
I love them.
quietly strong, just because that 10 training, it's effectively giving you 10 training that goes into promotion, 10 experience into every unit on your field, um, which adds up
Yeah,
very quickly. And also the defensive, 10% defense on infantry can cause rounding errors, so to speak. And yeah, he's settling forward there, so he's going to settle that site there.
it's funny. I don't really consider the experience per unit per turn very strong at all. But I do really like the 100% flanking bonus on the commander. It makes him absolutely devastating on a routing unit. And there is an overpowered routing unit on the board right now
Yes, that
that
horseman.
tech card horseman. If that gets the commander attached to it, that unit is unbelievably scary for Aaron.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, I think the thing I really like about the XP is if you do manage to get a unit towards full rank, so rank 5, then the
Yeah,
XP overflows into training. And then you can start spending your overflow training to get another unit to 5. And then you can kind of snowball. And then more units you get to 5, suddenly you're getting like 100 training a turn if you have 10 units at level 5, just off
sure.
the commander. Obviously,
Yeah.
it's a later, longer term play. Like commander's even stronger at like the very late game where you have like 40 or 50 units on the field. But it does add up very quickly.
Yeah, it's not bad, but it's definitely a longer term thing. And
Yes,
the
yeah, yeah.
impact, it tends to be like your comparison is really, when you forget this for a moment, because this is like, he's essentially bad lucked into a commander here. This wasn't
Yeah,
really his choice, right? So he's dealing with whatever he's dealt here. But if you are going to select or move to select towards a leader and you're
yeah,
looking for a combat leader, it tends to be like first tier is zealot, and then it's like commander, and then it's maybe hero, and then it's tactician kind of deal. And I
yeah,
do think at various stages, I do think the zealot commander position swaps for me just off that flanking bonus.
yeah.
So
The flanking bonus is very nice. Um, so yeah, Aaron has no idea that Ninja has settled this city here. So we are up to 7-6.
7-6. Yeah,
Like,
that is spooky for him because that horse right now probably doesn't one shot the leader tactician. But on open ground, and if he can get the commander on that horse with a flank, it will, and he
It's
can
going to
just
be
go right
scary.
through.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's going to be scary. He doesn't know, right? Like, I'm curious to see what Ninja will do next year. Presumably he's going to settle that site, but I'm wondering if he's like going to clear the Gauls in the north. That feels like the natural place. Like, I don't
Oh,
know
did
that
you
I
see
would.
Ninja Settlers skipped their closer site
Yeah, he's
for the
walking
further
past
site?
it. Yeah. He's
Yeah.
got another
Yeah.
settler
That's
coming in for the closer site as well,
right.
southwest of Resin. All right, let's see what Aran is doing here. Campo is 3 years away. He did finish that slinger in the city there. He's dealing with his Gaul raids, dealing with Gauls in the north. Looks like he's getting ready to clear. He's cleared that north site. He has a settler ready to go, so I expect he will settle in the north here, probably on the northeastern tile, I imagine, because that grabs the crabs and maybe makes the border collapsing a little easier. He's making good use of that Byrene to sort of slingshot units over, where Ninja does not have a Byrene yet. It'd be very useful because that's really awkward terrain to go all the way around there.
Lavender, it's interesting too. Like the grove resources are pretty good for Egypt here. Lavender is 2 of his family luxes, and you want to
Yeah,
put the grove resources improved anyway, so that worked out well for
he renamed his
Aaron.
cities. Aaron renamed his cities. We've got the capital is now Hazard Brings Axe. The sage's seat is now Rincewind. The cleric's seat is now Boldus. That's a nice little touch because I know he's
I'm
been
getting a
doing.
very like Warhammer vibe here. This feels like his like pile of skulls. You know, his these are the corpses of the people he's gone through on the way here. So
Yeah, and of course he has named some of the sites. We have Mount Frederick here, and the Mojo Plain, and the Morishan River, and the Jam Sea. So yeah, I mean the thing I really love about Assyria is their crit is just amazing, right? When it's a little hard to tell because you can't predict it in network because we don't show pending crits, but like it's incredibly strong just because suddenly a unit just does twice as much damage. Confused why I cannot buy the coast tile my scout is on because it is yeah, I'm not sure why. Fluffy, do you know why? Why
I think it
Ninja
was
can't buy?
don't you have to? I think you have to buy adjacent to land or something bizarre, right? Isn't that the
Yeah,
rule?
yeah, I don't remember the rule. I know you can't buy the yeah, I don't know.
Can't buy
I
the ocean,
I know
maybe,
you
but I
can't
think
buy
it's
ocean, but yeah, you should be able to buy coast, but maybe it has to be coast adjacent to land. Maybe like, but that does say coast. So who knows? We'll let Fluffy weigh in here in a second.
yeah, a couple weird rules like that.
Yeah.
What was it? What were we just talking about? Just
We
right
were
before
talking
that.
about Aaron's expansion, Assyria crits.
Oh, Assyria crits. Yeah, I I do think they. It's a weird one for me because I like pending criticals as a thing because I feel like crits tend to be pretty bad, but I play almost entirely in cloud, right?
Yeah,
And cloud
so you
means
have them.
that yeah, and often with undo on, right? So like you get a
Yeah,
crit, you're like okay, like so I do like seeing them, and I think in network play they've got to be amazing, right? Because you're kind of reacting almost to your damage. It's a bit
yeah,
awkward because this game really prioritizes planning out your moves and planning out, especially your
yeah,
attack moves, because you don't, going over by 4 damage is not useful, right? The unit does full
yep,
damage at 1 health as it does at 20. So, but if you don't, if it's more of like there's not enough time for that and you're just firing shots off kind of deal as opposed to planning it all out, well, that's really good there when you get those crits rolling in. So.
yeah. That tile is weirdly coast, even though it's not on the coast, which is interesting. Um, so maybe it has to be, like you said, next to land. So he did just get Compo. Curious to see what he picks tech-wise. I would expect machinery, personally, here.
Yeah, let's look around. Is there any reason why he might want a 5-turn architecture? Not really. His cap doesn't have
Greediness.
access to
There's no
fresh
rivers.
water.
Yeah.
Yeah, so not really a very good tech from there. Spear is always very useful versus Egypt, so there's some argument for that. But I think you're probably right. He really does value his his mills really. So
Phalanx, he's getting spears.
yeah.
Also a very viable choice.
How many laws is he at? He's at 5. Does he have a 6th available? No. So this is law number 6, or rather, citizenship will be law number 6 behind
yeah.
it. But
No.
yeah.
And Frederick, thanks for the answer there that you can only buy land water tiles adjacent to land. Even if it says coastal, it doesn't count. It has to be adjacent to land. So
Yeah, that's what I ran into that recently too. There's just some weird rules, or rather, it's not even weird rules necessarily. It's just scenarios you don't encounter all that often.
yeah,
Yeah.
looks like he's getting ready to settle his next city here. Curious to see whether we'll see those slingers get upgraded into archers because he does have combo. And really interesting to see whether he's going to start some ranges in his champion seat, which is I would love to see. He does have that shrine for training up already. Yeah.
I think we will. Two of those are Eagle Eye ones, one with marksman already and one like 40 experience off marksman. And the other one is a triple crit, right?
Oh, we
Like
got a tech change here. He decided he doesn't want phalanx. No, he decided he does. Okay.
yeah.
And yeah,
Yeah, and I
he
think Assyria is one of those ones that with double military families and Sentinel and their crits and their order bonus from killing
yeah.
things, they're just a terrifying family to fight later, or nation anyways.
Yeah, he has 9 slingers. So if he makes all those 9 archers, that's gonna be very scary. Obviously he needs
There's not enough
900
wood
wood.
for it right now, but there's a huge forest just
Yeah.
outside of his borders, and that's another very, play interested in an outcome now. Don't worry about trying to get lumber
Well,
mills
he
up.
is
Just
going to
chop all the
architecture.
forest.
He did swap to architecture. I really don't like this. I don't quite see the point of architecture here. Maybe he wants to get some wonders though. Nope.
He's
Phalanx,
back on
he's
spears.
yeah, he's just
Some indecision. You
making his
want to just
mind.
wait till his turn before you call it again, or you want to keep going every time he swaps?
That's true. But yeah, no, I mean, I think he might have a window here because if he upgrades all those archers, and then takes his horse and just pushes in, I don't know that Aaron can do anything to stop it right now.
Yeah, that would be a very ninja play, wouldn't it?
Like,
I think we might see that.
Aaron's just gonna collapse. Like he just
Uh,
doesn't have any. What he's building warriors. He's getting
yeah,
compo, so he'll have his own archers, but he doesn't have that many ranged units. He's got 5,
and he doesn't have Sentinel because he's not
and
the
he doesn't
families
have
that can do
Sentinel.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, there's a pretty nice forest over there, but it doesn't really protect the city here.
yeah. No, the
You might.
forests are kind of like not. I mean, you can fight in the forest, but the city will be like that if he settles this barb site, which it looks like he's trying to clear towards. This is going to get ugly very fast, and he doesn't know.
Where is Ninja Scout? Does he have sight near this camp? Because I mean, this, as you say, I
Ninja
think
has a
this is
scout
bad
trying
news.
to buy a tile, and then he doesn't have another scout, does he?
Not sure. So this is pretty bad news, regardless for Aaron. But it's going to get extremely bad news if, for example, that commander gets added to that horseman, and this attack comes in as Aaron has a couple units down here clearing this camp, but not its
Yeah.
full force, and
Yep.
just
Yep.
gets those
Yep.
wiped
Yep.
out. It's going to be
Yeah.
brutal.
Ninja Scout is back trying to buy that coastal tile, so he doesn't have great vision of Aaron.
Yeah, and this force might actually screw Aaron too, because let's say that this attack does come at Compos, which might happen here.
Yeah.
It's going to be right around the timing for his tech card, right? Because
Yeah.
he's going to hit strong in 2 turns, but those
Hmm.
forests, his tech unit's not going to be any good if Aaron, or rather, if Ninja already owns the Barb campsite and then is pushing through that forest into his other cities. No.
Aaron got some event that lets him place a temple. I don't know that I've seen this event.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't know that one either.
Aaron is passing on the horseman card, Frederick. He's taking compo over free horseman.
Yeah, it's a weird situation, right? Because you're behind. You want the military unit to fight, but you're behind. You can't afford to invest in the military unit right now. You have to get some sort of tech parity. So
Yeah.
awkward all around.
All right, looks like he settled in the north here. Guessy. Oh, and does Aaron see those borders?
Uh,
I'm not sure. We see observer position, but like I don't know whether he sees those borders or not. I don't think he does, but I don't know. Might be a weird.
when we select the player, don't we have their vision?
Yes, but the tile is gray, but the edge of the border is there, so I don't know whether
Yeah.
that's an effect. So
Oh.
I don't know. We should get their vision, but because we're observers, we get slightly slightly different. We see the vision, but we also see what we don't see. So that could be an artifact. I don't know.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't know either.
Neither player is streaming their POV, so
Yep.
I was very happy to stream all my POVs and all my games. I thought that was fun to do. So
Yeah, I think if nothing else, I liked hearing. I watched some of your point of view a couple times. I liked hearing their thought process directly.
yeah, it also helped, I think, for me just to think through what I'm doing, talking aloud about it, and analyzing my own play. So that I think it helped me play better and slower because my tendency is play really fast. So it helped kind of think through.
Just started a no undo game recently with somebody, and same problem here. It's like I'm so used to undo, like I can think
Like,
after if I need to, and now
yep,
I'm
yep.
like,
Oh no.
yeah,
Whoops.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
All right. So Ninja will actually have vision of that barb camp, at least if
He
the
did put a
barb's in
turn
the
into
way.
architecture.
He did put a turn into architecture in the end, yes.
5 turn. So he did
His
get
leader is now a
Mago.
judge. His leader switched to a judge. I guess he got an event to swap to judge, so no more commander.
Huh.
Judge much stronger here for him.
Is it? We- I mean, if you don't think rams are helpful,
If he's going for a longer
and
term game, Judge is very good. So
yeah, I mean, I wonder if that is why he was going back and forth on architecture so much.
yeah, but
The thing
I
about
do think.
architecture is, go
Go
ahead.
ahead. Go ahead.
I think that you really need basically strong to get a lot of value out of architecture,
Yeah.
and only his capital has that. I mean, he's got a lot of groves up, so there's going to be pretty good culture growth in his cities, but maybe a little bit difficult to use these baths right now. And he doesn't have the other buildings, right? There's no Odeons on
Correct.
the board at all. I mean, his garrison count is pretty low, so and he's got none of the what's the other scaling building, courthouses, et cetera, right?
Yeah.
So he's got none of the other buildings for Judge to be
No
good, and he's
libraries
got all of his
either.
laws equipped.
Yep.
So I'm not actually convinced this is better, especially if he wants a commander push. If he wants a push right now with archers,
Yeah, it feels like he's going a longer term game here. Um, Interesting. He's buying that ore in the central tile in the champ site. Um, so he gave up
that's
trying to
cool.
bridge there. Yeah, I mean, I think I mean, obviously we have perfect vision, right? So we know that if Ninja pushes up, upgrades all his slingers into archers and just says, let's effing go, then Aran is in deep trouble. But if Ninja goes for a long game, says, I'm ahead, let me get more ahead. And
Yeah.
yes, Rincewind, there is no fresh water in his capital. The closest is in this hunter city, but I don't think he has a way of actually buying those tiles unless he destroys the grove and like buys the tiles, because I don't think you can cut city tiles off. So
You can't cut city tiles off, but there's also a river to the west of Kahat, and
he
those are
could get the
both
west, yes.
and they're both hunter cities. So he can swap an endless number of tiles as long as he has a gold for it without tanking standing, which is
Although
actually a really
he
big
would
deal.
have to delete that farm as well.
Yeah, or he can
Gently.
put a hamlet down in one of these cities, right? Like a hamlet between the two lavender to the
Yeah.
east of Kahat will do that. He'll give enough
Yep.
tiles he can buy directly to the river. So he's got ways of getting his capital there if he wants it.
Yep. Yep. That's true.
And even the border expansion he's doing right now, if he just builds urbans out of his capital to the east
Yeah.
here, it will expand around the lavender, and then he can do that.
Yep. Yeah. We'll see. But I presume he's going to go for wonders, honestly, because the other reason to get architecture is engineering. He is buying a
I
bunch of tiles here and connecting everything, which I love to see, getting that coastal movement online.
I'm not
Um,
convinced this is a wonder play. He's got 66 stone per turn, a low worker count, and a high number of archers after just hitting compo as Assyria when he's Eurodite and
yeah,
much
yeah,
stronger,
no,
right?
I agree. I'm just trying to figure out like why he's taking architecture right now as opposed to what I would have expected machinery personally. Machinery, get a
I think
couple,
it,
machinery, get a couple onagers, and then just you have 9 archers, 2 or 3 onagers. What is your opponent going to do? Your onagers can kind of let you slow push. Your archers, like just punish anything that comes clear with the Assyria crit.
yeah.
Obviously, lot of orders to do that, a lot of movement, but he's getting the coastal movement. So I don't know. I just
My
don't know.
prediction is related to the judge. I think he got the judge event, and he was really on the border of whether or not he thinks it's worth it to go for baths or not. That's my prediction.
Yeah, yeah, but I don't know. It's definitely. I feel like he's in a position where if he attacks, he can kill Aaron right now, basically.
Yeah, he
Um,
may also be looking at this position as unlosable if he continues to invest in science.
that's true as well. He is still ahead in science, 82 to 70. So the gap is there.
He's just
Um,
taken one of Aaron's cities on Aaron's side, so
yep.
that means he has at least equal. He will be one ahead of Aaron all the way up, and if he can get the center site, the two center sites, he could be up to 3 cities ahead of
Yeah,
Aaron.
and very nicely kind of. The center cities are pretty defensible, honestly. It's going to be hard to attack across that desert. The plain, I guess, in the north is a little more attackable, but even if you lose the
Yeah,
two
that
center cities,
southern city, Izala, is very vulnerable. If you can get if Aaron can take the Barb camp and get a city there, and then he has this
yeah,
boat, so he gets naval movement.
yep,
He's gonna have some. That's pretty vulnerable.
yes. And Ninja still doesn't have, or I guess he got serfdom now because he's using colonies to buy. So yeah, or he not serfdom navigation. So curious to see if he'll get a boat anywhere, because a boat would also be good for coastal movement on this sea, and like whoever controls the sea, is probably going to win this game, assuming sea control matters and no one just dies from a land attack.
Yep. And seeing this strategy, we've seen pretty much every
Yeah,
top tier player play this now with the colonies just filling in the coastline here.
yeah.
See 3 or 4 purchases this turn from Ninja. Makes a lot of sense.
Compo from Aaron coming up here in a second here as well. So see if he upgrades into archers. Doesn't really have very much wood either.
But he does have a wood income.
Yes, and is
So
building
I think,
more lumber mills as well,
yeah,
right around those camps, which we love to see.
yeah. It's not as good as freshwater, but still pretty good.
It works. It works. Yeah. So
Volcanic eruption. So this is the equivalent of the earthquake. What's the damage? A single grove.
yeah, this is why I
Oh
don't
no, grove in
particularly
a net.
the nets. Yeah, this is why I don't particularly love Calamities on, because like it's very
I hate them.
disproportionately
Yep.
impacts some players sometimes. So
Yep.
um,
But this one, I think neither of them are super impactful.
yeah,
Probably a similar number of orders, maybe a couple more orders being costs for Aran.
yep,
He probably lost that net was upgraded. I can't tell. I don't think it was.
yeah. The net was upgraded, but
So
he can
might have
fix
to
it easily
reassign
enough.
some luxuries. That still works that way, right? If your luxury gets pillaged, you lose access to it for a bit. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Did Mago make it as a Grand Vizier? No. So we did see Mago in Assyria's capital earlier. He seems to spawn on groves, and he's quite a powerful one with coming in with cultivator.
Mm-hmm.
He spawns old, so he doesn't last forever, but nice boost right now.
Yeah.
I didn't
Sorry,
see if
what
Aran
is
had also
Mago? I
picked him
saw
up.
the event, but I
He's
didn't.
a courtier. He's not a
Okay,
courtier. He's a power hungry special character
I see. Okay.
with cultivator. So if you have a ton of groves and can get them Grand Viziered early, it's just
That's huge scale factor.
yeah, yeah.
All right, well, he's going to clear the Vandals, I think. So he'll get the next, if he kills this Vandal, that will be the tribe clearing event for the Vandals. See what he gets there.
I'm not even sure tribe clearing is a net positive.
I don't think it is. I always tried to dodge tribe clearing, which is why I just
Yeah.
know about a certain duelist. So
Yep. Yeah, unlike camp clearing, which is always a
yeah,
positive, right?
camp
You get
clearing is
lots of good
almost
events,
always a
and
positive. So
it's
there's
weird to have this be a flip flop of that and
yep,
punish.
yep.
There it is. What is the event?
It
Vandals
is
eliminated.
6 legitimacy. You can get a citizen and pay money to swap to freedom. Your oligarch can get disappointed with you, or you can imprison your oligarch. Kind of shitty.
Yeah.
And he
What do you
took.
take? Did we see?
Interestingly, he doesn't say here. Not sure. Would have expected to show in turn summary, but it doesn't.
He didn't take the
Or
minus
bonus
80 to
effects.
the
Here we go.
patrons.
He imprisoned
Okay.
the oligarch. So
We did. Okay.
which I think will piss off
Which
the
oligarch was
family.
that? Was that his pagan oligarch?
His patron's oligarch. So now the family is minus
Patrons.
80 unjustly imprisoned family oligarch for 20 years.
Ah, there it is.
So they hate him. So,
Yeah, although I think he probably came out ahead. Like his Grand Vizier, he was minus what on his pagan, and now his pagan is plus 80. So
well, I think the pagan just naturally died, right? Because
yeah,
yeah,
I know. I'm saying that the overall flip flop was probably similar to his negative level it was before.
yeah.
Oh, this is an interesting play with buying out the full island. That's gonna be so expensive.
Yeah, but it's going to be incredibly powerful, especially since it'll let him chain coastal movement to Izala, and that makes Izala a lot more defensible, and it's probably cheaper to buy it that way because you can chain off the resources.
Yeah, although the cost of tile purchasing is number you've done, number in the city, and distance from
Yeah, no,
distance from
it's
city
definitely
center and distance from
expensive.
capital. These are going to be insanely high.
It's definitely going to be expensive, but he does have money for it. So, I mean,
Yeah.
the mobility of it, like if you're going to buy any tiles, these are great tiles to buy. So,
And double ore in a military production city on an island that's probably never going to get pillaged is really strong too.
yeah,
So,
imagine if he had made that his champ seat.
yeah,
So,
he's probably kicking himself a little bit on that one.
all right. Ooh, border boost is available for Aran. He did get he does see a couple units.
Doesn't have husbandry as Egypt.
That's
Oh
wild to
no,
me.
this is late in the game for not having husbandry or
Especially since
drama.
he does have strong and doesn't have, so he can't even build his UU yet until he gets some horses. Does he even have horses? He's got some horses in his cap, I guess. He is getting husbandry now, so no border boost. Honestly, I probably would have gone for the border boost here. It's hard to turn down a 7-city border boost.
Is it like if you look at the map, what resources is he picking up from that? He has almost all of them.
No, that's true.
Maybe the game in the forest. He gets a lot of force from that border boost, but I understand this husbandry.
Yeah,
He's probably doing exactly the same thing we are, which is like, I can't believe I don't have husbandry as Egypt on turn 52.
yes.
Yeah, and I understand it. He pushed groves hard, right? So
Yeah.
this is the cost, and he wants to fill back in.
Yeah, I mean, the downside for him is Ninja also pushed groves, so
Yep.
yeah, and import horses, I guess now actually does let him.
He's got it in riders. His riders capital has horses already. Doesn't need to import there.
Right, but he doesn't have husbandry, so he can't actually improve the horses yet, but he will in 2 turns. So
Sure. He didn't do import horses here,
He
did he?
did
No.
not. He
Okay.
did not. Did not.
Okay.
So
Just checking.
we
Yeah,
can
there's
see.
upsides and downsides to rider capital here, and one of the upsides is the culture level, right? So
Yeah,
he does already have a stronghold. I assume that was a judge promotion earlier. Maybe not. Maybe he just built it. I don't know.
not sure. Um, he does have a tactician, so all his slingers can hide in the forest.
Yep.
He does. I think he
More
definitely
than his slingers,
sees.
his UU can hide too. That's what we were talking about earlier.
Yes, yeah, yeah. He can actually see the borders from Assyria now. He knows Assyria is buying in the tile in the
Yes.
so he
The
sees
horse
that for
tile.
sure. Because I'm not sure about whether he sees Azala, but he for sure sees that. He might see Azala. Not sure. He is healing his Byreme up, which is interesting. So he does kind of stranded two of his slingers over there. Yeah, I mean, I just feel like if Ninja gathers his forces and punches in, it's going to be
Well,
really
both
tough.
players misplaying slightly here in the sense of if if your game didn't demonstrate to people the value of knowing what your opponent is doing with their military
Mm-hmm.
forces, then no game ever will.
Yeah.
But neither of these players are particularly capitalizing on that right now, right? Which
Yeah,
is
no, I was dangerously blind and paid for it. So,
Ninja's dangerously blind of Aran's troops over here, and Aran's dangerously blind of his expansion coming in. So both players really should remedy that if they possibly
yep,
can.
yep. Yeah, and Aaron does have scouts, but they're not positioned in the right spots. He doesn't, like, ideally, you want your scout to follow your opponent's army route so you know where it is.
Yeah, or at least one scout. And generally, when you have this many cities at
Yeah,
this stage of the game, somebody's got enough production you can get a scout out pretty
yep,
cheaply if you
yep.
want a second one.
And just plop it into forest and keep an eye, at least on all the fronts, right? For me,
Yep.
in my game, the big thing was just exploration. I didn't get it until so late, and then exploration without schemers is a little awkward when there's tribal units and no forests to hide in. So
Yep.
yeah, but yes, scouting is very important.
Well,
Yeah.
it's there's all sorts of things. Like it's always important in every game, but in Old World in particular, compared to other games, scouts are very durable, right? They're
Yes.
hard to remove. There's not a lot of counterplay to a scout. It can't be zone of control. It can move
Yeah.
through stuff. You know, sight is built into the core mechanics of this game that you will have vision on your opponent.
Yep.
And when you don't, you get to see why it's built into the core mechanics because it's just things die in Old World, and
Yes.
if an opponent gets a unexpected attack from an angle you didn't know about, and they get to do that when you have no troops set up to respond, it's just one-sided killing.
Yep.
So
And the
yeah,
worst part is like, if you don't, looks like Ninja's going to try to clear
that
this
connection
Gaul
is
site.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Does it tell
And
us how much it costs to buy those? Probably
we
doesn't.
would we would have had to hover over it before he bought while he's
Hmm.
standing on a tile, so not easy to do. I can see if I can find a unit that's somewhere outside. But yeah, he has that ship. He's going to try to clear the Gauls next, I assume, with all the units that are coming out of his champ seat. He's hard building an archer there. Okay, it looks like he's going in for a kill here because he's building a lot of units, warriors.
Okay. Yep. And maybe that judge then was in part for the colonies because I think he was, or rather for
Is it a
yeah,
cheap
colonies.
loss lop? That is another advantage for judges. Judges are
Yeah.
so versatile. So, and he's doing hold court.
Yeah, judges are excellent. Don't get me wrong. I just figured
Yeah,
if he was going to be attacking, he'd like a military leader.
yeah. So, but yeah, he has no vision on what Aaron is doing at all. To your point,
Although
he's
again, like the architecture is so
architecture does not make sense to me here. Machinery would make so much more sense because you put an onager on these hills near Kaidona Plain, you can take that barb site. And what is Aaron going to be able to do if there's three onagers on those hills? Like you can't attack into that.
yeah.
Obviously, the
And a couple more
forest
units
helps a
for
little
Aaron
bit.
coming down
But yeah,
to
yeah.
that
Aaron
barb
is
camp. So
concentrating his forces, so it looks like Aaron is deciding I want to clear
reacting.
this barb camp. That means the
Yeah, he's
Gauls in the
reacting to those
middle.
tiles he saw. So it looks like
Yeah,
he
yeah,
saw
yeah.
something either from Azala or from the island.
Yep. So presumably he's going to concentrate his forces. Then the question is, will Ninja concentrate his forces? His forces are still really split. He's got a lot of stuff in the north. Presume he's going to clear that Gaul site. But yeah, I don't know whether he's going to push to take the middle or contest Aaron. It's the classic problem that once the borders start touching between the two empires, you can no longer do whatever the hell you want. You have to pay attention to what your opponent's doing on the borders that are touching.
The center Galsa is almost close enough to border expand to the island. It just isn't though. It's one tile out. I'm just
Yeah,
trying to
you
think if
can't
there's
buy
any
the
way that they could
ocean.
get that. Yeah.
So
Even
there's
like expanding the crab doesn't do it. You have to get an event there, I
yeah,
suppose. That'd be the only way I
yeah.
can connect that. Or
The way
boat, I
the
suppose.
way to do it would be a harbor.
Yeah. Yeah, harbor would do it.
The uses of harbors. So because if you build a
Well,
harbor,
yeah, but even then, like the island is going to be super valuable for him because it
Yes.
reduces the number of boats he has to anchor to connect
Yep.
north-south. And if he can move north-south in this map as well as east-west with his units, like
Yep.
it
Yep.
means full force projection wherever he wants it.
Yeah, I'm expecting him to clear the Gaul site here, settle it, and then he can basically pump units straight from his champ seat all the way to Izala in a turn, I imagine,
Yeah.
because coastal movement. So yeah.
Yeah, maybe if he can go east as opposed to west, probably a turn. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see here. Aran does not quite have coastal movement set up, so Gessi needs to be connected. Um, Not sure how
Was
he's
he
going
by
to do that.
tile bang as well with those units? I didn't see why the
I
game entered his borders. Is he on colonies
don't
right now?
think
No, he's
he
not.
has been tile buying. He's been on serfdom the entire
It
time.
was just the Hamlet. Okay. It was the Hamlet
Yeah.
grabbing the game. Game grabs
Yes.
game. Game grabs
Yeah.
game.
Chains,
Okay.
chains, chains.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he's going to get husbandry. He's building some ranges in his cap. Mill caps. I'm not sure how I feel about military caps personally, but I guess his Sage's seat is his science city, so it works out.
I don't like him as a whole, but again, I was trying to talk about that a
It
little bit
works.
earlier. I
Yeah.
think in this game, if you get to this phase where you want to be spamming units
Yeah,
and
it's
your
fun.
UU is available, this is a great time for having a
Yeah,
mill
yeah.
cap.
Yeah, Gnosticism ambition. That's a interesting ambition to take. No religion yet for Ninja either. That's worth noting. He did not go get Judaism.
Yeah. I don't hate Gnosticism like this, right? I believe it is still a temple effect,
It's still
and
science,
Aaron
yeah.
is playing. Well, no, but more than that, Aaron is playing cleric, so his temples,
Or
any
double.
effect that
Yeah.
applies to the temples doubles. And I think that applies to Gnosticism. I'm not 100% sure. And then
Yes,
additionally,
it does.
his sages already have archives, right?
No,
Because all the sages
sorry.
get that for free.
The Gnosticism effect does not double from a temple, so
The science portion doesn't.
I don't believe it does. I will double
I'm
check.
unsure about that
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
because I think it applies to the temple, but we'll
Oh,
see.
he's canceling husbandry and taking border boost.
Hmm.
Nice.
Okay, just wanted one more turn. It looks like to get those game in his borders.
Yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, I like that border boost. That will
It's funny. I don't see the point
I
here.
think it's going to connect the coast tip for him. Like the reason I like it is because connects Max to Gessi, and maybe even connects Boldus to Gessi as well. It's really funny. He's
No, that's
named all
true.
these people, all these cities, like his skull collection, as you said.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's a little bit of a risk here for Ninja because tactician, right? So if there's a forest, there could be a unit in it you don't know.
Yeah.
Which is really scary.
No way to know either.
No way to know.
Really
Yes, Fluffy in one of our cloud duels did a beautiful job of always like, oh, I'm safe here. And then 4 Sumerian archers just pop out of the forest. I'm like, no, I'm not safe here.
Yeah.
And he did a really good job of just always making sure I could not see them until.
It's a Sumerian archer.
It's the Babylonian unique unit. Maybe it's Chimeran. I'm not sure.
Cadian. Oh, I see. The TTU version of it. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. Yeah. I thought you said Sumerian. Like.
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
Border boost. Okay, so yeah, this is going to get interesting. I think in about 5 turns or so here.
Yeah, I think it's bad news for Aaron and with this border boost. I mean, it's only a turn of tech necessarily, but it means because it's against husbandry is a problem, right? So now he doesn't get to put those horses online. He's investing in officers in his capital, so in his mind he probably has the time, and he can always project if he needs to get that in there, but it won't be set up, right? And if this is a push from Ninja right now with those units, Aaron needs everything now. He doesn't need it 2 techs later when he border boosts into another tech cycling back to husbandry.
He's going to go to what, sovereignty next, presumably, or monastics. He wants to get greedy. I don't know.
Yeah,
it's going to be a while before he gets husbandry again.
That's going to be a huge decision for him if he goes monasteries are not here. Monasteries are one of the ways his tech can catch up, but it's going to be another non-unit based decision. And
I mean, does that monastery spot between the three groves is just so delicious. So.
Oh, it's even better. He hasn't marked it this way, but with 3 cities, there's actually 4 cities that overlap there with a very limited number of tile swapping. You could have a monastery in the middle and a monastery between every set of 2. Yeah. So that could be 4 monasteries in
hard to do in a network game. I'll take what he's doing.
No shot. There's 1 tile buy on either side. We can totally do that here in this game. He's already got half that planned out.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's see what Ninja does here. He's got unhappy peasants. He's going to take some rebels because he cannot afford 500 food and 400 wood. Holy shit, that's a punishing event. So, in Nineveh. So, yeah, in his capital. So I guess he'll have to deal with more rebels. That's a brutal event.
Well, either by intention or just because he's been fighting so many rebels. I mean, he's got 4 more slingers. One turn
they're just hanging around. Yeah, I'm surprised he hasn't assigned an ambassador because that would help with family opinion and religion opinion. There's a dude that's plus 30, plus 40. So like,
He
And
ought to also maybe be considering a quick swap to freedom just for a little bit here. He's got a judge, right? So it's 100
yeah,
civics to
but I
prevent this
mean,
crap.
he could also just like, well, that crap is from an event because he's 5 discontent and his 6 discontent in his capital. But assigning an
Sure, but he has
ambassador would
3
solve.
patrons at 10.
Yeah, no, but like if he signs as ambassador, there's N little Nasir the merchant. That's plus 70 right there. So
Yeah.
which would be enough. He did force march the horsemen all the way back here. Um, interestingly, not quite enough to kill this Gaul awkwardly.
I mean, this is the reason to do that with other units available here and a bunch of steadfast units. I mean, it could be clear speed for the routing. It's also pumping direct experience into this unit.
Yes.
I mean, it's a well promoted unit for here. His leader is both a ranger and this unit itself is a ranger, so it's huge bonuses in the forest. But
Yeah.
all that logic says I want that near Aran in those forests for me. So
Yeah, his leader also is not a governor anywhere, which I feel like she'd be a pretty good governor somewhere. So,
isn't she? I
and
thought that second symbol
no,
was
she
governor.
just became Governor Kahat. So,
Okay.
um,
Yeah.
and yeah, it looks like he's gonna clear that. Does he have a settler ready anywhere? Literally every production queue is a military unit. Holy shit!
He does have
Like-
one settler out right now. It's in the same place he just put his judge, Kahat.
Okay, yes, you're correct. And wow, every single production queue is a military unit for Ninja
Yeah.
right now.
Yep.
That
So does he have the
is,
orders to do this? Because right now, for a really good push out of him, he needs to get those units there. He needs to
he
promote
does
those
not have the
archers,
orders
and to
for
promote
it.
those archers, he's got to chop.
He doesn't have the orders. Like this is why I love machinery and onagers because they're so order efficient once they set up, and they just do so much damage.
Hmm.
So, but he's going to get architecture. I'm really curious what he's going to do with architecture. Um, Flatland mine.
I know. I was
That's
just looking at that. It's a solid 5.
yeah. I'm not sure why when he's got some hills in other cities that he could be taking advantage of. But like, okay, I guess you want. I guess when you need iron, you just get it. All right, so
Yeah.
Aran definitely has vision of the island and sees their units on the island. He definitely sees Azala's borders for sure now. Um, so yeah, he's kind of in an awkward spot now. Stronger
They just
erudite,
queue up monasticism, but this means 6
9 to
turns for
5.
monasticism.
Yeah, I do
Painful.
wonder whether he settles this barb site or not, or just he lets Ninja take the barb site. I don't know.
And again,
Obviously,
like, look at this border boost. What did it get him? It got him.
it connected all the cities in the water. I think it's worth it for
Yeah.
that alone. So,
Huh. Okay. The water connection is probably the best part of that for sure.
like, otherwise, what you're going to go colonies, or you're going to build urban along the coast? That's going to take forever. This way, suddenly, all your units can move around pretty quickly and nicely. So,
Yeah. Yeah. If I'm Aaron, I want horses kind of right now. I guess he only has the one. No, 2. He has 2 sites that are rider cities.
yeah,
Just
and
like, what are you going to
both
build?
of them have horses as well. He's
I
getting
guess
a
you could build.
Byreme here. Byreme, I think, is good because if Ninja gets a couple Byremes and has the, yeah, I don't know. It's definitely going to get interesting very quickly here. He is upgrading to archers. That's our first archer on the board. He is scouting. He does see the city and is now correctly putting a scout in the forest south of Azala.
Yeah.
But it definitely does feel that Aaron is playing the if I don't get attacked, I live, and then potentially bounce back with monasticism. The problem is what happens if you do get attacked.
Yeah. It's a mix here. Egypt shrines are good too, though. You can get this is the order shrine, right?
Yeah,
So
Poly Divine Rule, and he does have
yeah.
Divine Rule, so that's more orders as well. He is
Yep.
ahead in orders, I think, versus Ninja, right? Plus 423 versus plus 18, yeah. So because Ninja's
But
still running colonies.
it is one of the factors that can even up a outmatched fight otherwise, right? If you have twice as
Yeah.
many orders as your opponent, you can do a lot
Yep.
more interesting things.
Yep.
See one archer upgrade now from Aaron on his ruler
Yeah.
slinger, which I like. See Rince talking in chat while we were just talking about orders. Why do we find it weird that he's dropping a flatland mine? Because flatland mines are order inefficient. So
Yeah, it's
that's
three.
the
It's
answer.
still
Like
it's still three. Yeah, I mean, there's also he has workers in the north with lots of hills in that city that he could easily just do that. But
yeah,
it's not like he's also starving on iron income right now. So it
yeah,
just feels really random.
it does. And he might just have an internal rule, when he has such a low worker count of,
Yeah.
heuristic of just always trying to have
Yeah,
the worker
and maybe
doing
that's why
something.
he's so efficient. So
Yeah, exactly.
with his
Exactly.
workers. What is our improvement count at? Let's check. We are at 63 to 53. So 10 improvement count lead for Aaron despite being behind 2 cities.
Well, that then is, remember when we started the game today, this session, Ninja was ahead by 1. So
Yeah.
now Aran's ahead by 10. So this is the more investment in workers starting
Yep.
to play out here.
Yep. Yeah, like I said, I think if the game goes to like turn 110, it's Aaron's. But I don't see a path right now for it to go to 110. So we'll see.
Oh, look at this archive. Why is he building an archive 2 in the Sage family city? Don't.
Maybe wants to speed up monasticism a little bit.
Maybe he's going to judge rush it. Maybe that's the only thing I can think of
I
because
think
I
he's going
don't
to
think
buy
he.
it. Yeah, I don't think you would wait 6 years. It's not actually going to speed up
No.
monasticism because it's 4 years.
And,
But
and even with Gnosticism, right? Like
yeah,
the level 1 is all you care about there for the civics boost. You don't care about this level 2 for that.
yeah. All right. Ninja has the choice of free battering rams, but is
Just passed
taking
it.
monasticism himself instead. So, which is interesting because he doesn't have a world religion.
Yeah, it's interesting for more than that too. He just passed spears, which means he's even further away from divine rule, so he's not going to get the orders there.
Yeah.
So this is, I mean, Assyrian shrines are okay, although he doesn't have enough lumber to really get the huge production boost out of it, not enough spots for that. So I don't think they have an order shrine, right? Or do they? I can't remember.
Assyria does have an order shrine. They do.
Does? Okay,
Yes.
then that may be what that thought process is. And he can get Judaism. It's not hard from here, right? He's got to get two. I was
Yeah.
going to say that. Now I look around. Does he have husbandry?
He does not have husbandry.
Yeah, that's why he doesn't have the second religion.
Yeah, he does not have husbandry, and we have a warrior. We got a lot of awkward rebels, including archer rebels, which are really annoying in Nineveh. So he's got 3 rebels on the board. Really surprised he has not assigned that ambassador because that would at least stop rebels from the family.
Yeah, I mean, if we look at it, why that is, I think it's an oversight. But if we're going to give him the benefit of the doubt and say it's not an oversight, then it could be he's looking to plan for his next law coming up.
Maybe,
But he
yeah,
should be
yeah.
holding civic courts anyways. Maybe he's
Which he
looking
is
to rush
doing.
units
He
too.
is hold
Yep.
courting. Yeah, yeah. I would definitely assign that ambassador. Like it solves a lot of problems for your families. So.
Aaron has flip flopped twice now on the archive. The archive went to a council for a turn and is back at an archive. Still not rushed though.
Yeah. It looks like that goal site's going to be clear, and then we've got that settler pretty much ready to go. Yep, just waiting across the water, so that
I
should
like
connect. Go ahead.
I like Aaron Scout sitting there watching that.
Yeah, and if he settles on the southwestern site, he should be able to land bridge, which would be pretty nice, although he won't be able to get the gems, but I think that's the right spot to settle where that slinger with the zealot is.
Hmm.
Yeah, definitely an interesting game so far.
Yeah, nice
Really,
tension here, right?
really blown away by just how many units Ninja is building.
This is what happens if all your build queues do this from the get-go. Like it is a very not short-term play because it's not like this is turn 20, but it is a mid-game play, right? Like
Yeah,
the thought here is you're going to need these units before the payoff from officers and doing other things in those cities would be
yeah,
relevant.
yeah. Like
Yeah.
I said, I would personally be going a longer term play, and like it's another reason I love machinery because like it's hard to attack into honor protected cities, which then lets me be greedy behind them and then
Yeah.
suddenly punch much harder. So we'll see here.
Yeah.
Um,
Haven't looked at science in a while. How bad is it still?
let's take a look. There's still a gap of over 1,000.
Yeah.
And 87 to 71, so Aaron has not really managed to close the gap. Mill score
Well,
gap is really brutal, 700 to 400, so Ninja's almost double. He might flip over to much stronger here soon.
help me
Uh,
understand the science production graph for a second here. So this, it doesn't include the total free ones, which we
doesn't
think are
include the
probably
free one, which is 200, yeah, from...
which we don't know if it's totally in Aaron's favor or not, because that also presumably doesn't include science from events, right?
Event science does show up here, I believe it does now,
Does.
but
Okay.
the free text do not, so...
Okay, but the final
Free
part of
science
this then
does,
is
yeah.
if it is just science production, including that, then Ninja's units are essentially subtracted from this science gap for understanding their actual tech levels. It's not like there's no impact
Yeah,
of the units he selected, but at least the horseman is a tech unit. I
yeah,
don't remember how expensive half of whatever lane consolidation is, so another 200 on that.
yeah. No, he's gotten good use out of the horsemen, so...
Yep.
Curious, he's kind of concentrating his forces in the... I wonder if he's going to take the middle. I don't think Aaron will be able to do anything, so he can easily take those 2 cities. And Ninja does feel like the type of player who likes to clear the entire map before attacking you. At
Mm.
least it seems like it from the last game and maybe this game. I don't know. We'll see here.
Yeah, I think if he gets that middle city, and I think with this island, it's actually very easy to reinforce that,
Yeah,
especially if you start blocking those tiles. I do think that will give him the north city. Again, I do like the inevitability of this early game from him, right? It does Aaron's not going to be able to sit back forever because Ninja's going to be up 3 cities. But at the
Yeah.
same time, Aaron needs to catch up on science before he can actually push, which
Yep.
means there's a lot of
Yeah.
time. So
He's putting Aran in a similar situation to what he put me in, right? Where it's like I
yeah,
have most of the map. I'm
yep,
not going to attack into you. You're going to get time, but you're on a clock now.
yep.
Um, Obviously, it's much smaller map, so it's not as profound a city difference. Not 22-9 or whatever insanity we ended up at. But it does
Yeah,
put
but
Aaron in a clock, but it also puts Ninja on a clock because Aaron is playing the longer term game here. And like again, if my game versus Ninja had gone 20 turns longer, if I had 20 turns more runway, I'm pretty sure I would have just rolled out and like smashed because my economy was just so much stronger at the end.
hmm.
Um,
Yeah, I don't know. Like this game has a much bigger science advantage for Ninja than your
yes,
game, right?
I was keeping. We were equal on science pretty much until the divergence at like turn 80 when I went to the moon.
So
Um,
whereas I felt like his city presence was so much higher in your game
yes,
compared to
yeah,
your
yeah,
stats, I think here it's a lower uh, advantage in city training queues, but it's a higher advantage in science
yep,
for
yep,
Ninja.
yep, yep. But
So,
it's interesting. Like Ninja, I think all his mill queues were all his city queues were military units. Aaron, I think one Byreme is all I see right now in military.
yeah, he's trying to catch up. I mean, officers are kind of they're like half military, right?
Yeah,
There's
yeah, yeah.
nothing now, but it is faster units later, which
Yeah,
is interesting.
almost never regret him on officer. So
No,
still no
especially not the
husbandry.
first sphere. And there's another advantage that Aaron has here, which is his family situation. He owns
Much better.
the pagan head, and all of his families are above 100, so it's already 5% combat. And then if Ninja's gonna
Yeah.
fight with his families below neutral too,
Yep.
like we're gonna start to see a pretty significant difference in combat strength.
Yes, I definitely missed a window in my game against him where I saw his families were shit, and I should have just said, you know what, I can attack because my Byreme does 4 damage, takes 4 damage and does 8 damage. So let's just go. And I'm happy to trade Byremes when one family is friendly and one is angry.
Yeah.
So I just didn't. I saw it, but it just didn't register. Like this is an attack window. You should take advantage of it.
Yeah,
So
that can flip flop very quickly, and it's
yes,
a little bit
yes,
difficult sometimes to track on that, right? So,
yes.
yeah,
It can flip very quickly. The wrong person dies. Someone gets estranged. Someone gets imprisoned. Suddenly your family hates you,
yeah.
and vice versa for the other player. So yeah, but Aaron's got decent vision of what Ninja's up to at this point. 3 scouts, all very well positioned. He knows where the horseman is. He's keeping an eye on Izala and the island, and then he's keeping an eye on the interior here. So good scouting from Aaron. In contrast, Ninja's scouting is abysmal, honestly. He does not have any vision of what Aaron is up to right now.
Well, he does see Gary, right? He sees the single tile of that hill, that
He
mountain.
does see the single, does he?
I think
Not, I
so.
think so. I think so.
Because mountains have higher
Yes.
height,
Yep.
right? So they're seen
Yep.
from further.
But he is blind, so he doesn't know whether Aaron is massing an attack on the Campidano plain or is ready to clear out that barb site, which is what he's actually doing. Would love
Yeah.
to see like a couple scouts, one in that forest and then one in the north, just to see what the hell is going on.
Yes. And it does feel like if he's gonna spend all of his queues building like 7-turn warriors and shit,
Yeah.
one of them could be like a 6-turn scout.
Yep. All right, he has cleared that Gaul site and it's going to settle presumably on the Slinger Zealot tile here. And indeed, that is where he's going to settle.
Yeah, I think that's a good point. Good pick right
That'll
there.
be 10 cities to 7
Yep.
with a pretty easy 12 if he wants it.
Yeah.
And 12 to 7 is starting to get scary.
Yes, it is.
Like that's almost double.
Did it start with a warrior queued? Like the time in between like that city being founded and a warrior being queued up was actually insane.
Yeah, he loves his warriors. I honestly don't quite understand why.
I,
I would definitely do a worker here just because you get value so much more off this city.
there's that
Um,
ambassador we're talking about, which is nice.
Finally,
Oh, it
yes.
was, it was the Grand Vizier. That's why there's warriors, because he has a Grand Vizier. So everyone that doesn't have a
Ah,
governor
you're
is
correct,
spamming that.
correct.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
that's also why he's building lots of units because it's the Grand Vizier.
Yeah. Which is such a it's
That's
such a
so
crapshoot with the
troll.
Grand Viziers. Yeah.
I really hate Grand Viziers. This is why I want to
Yeah,
play
me
with
too.
BTT off because like,
Well,
don't
you
take
can
away
replace
my
him anytime you
prediction
want. All you
queues.
do is assign the guy who is a Grand Vizier to any
Yeah,
city site,
which
and he's
also
no
seems
longer.
weird, like that it's so easy to remove it. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
Grand Vizier doing Grand Vizier things, indeed. At least the Grand Vizier is being an apprentice officer. But yeah, I don't know why the Grand Vizier is like your opponent's weaker and primitive. I'm going to build lots of warriors. I'm like, that's not a good idea, bro.
Wants to fight on
Uh,
his level.
yeah.
I mean, I don't mind undifferentiated warriors like this, right? Because they
They
can go
upgrade into
axe or
something
spear
nice.
as you need.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
But I'm not sure what you upgrade them into here. Like you ideally want a plan where they're going to go something, and like Maceman is not a plan, and Swordsman is a
yeah,
long way away, and Pikes are good against Egypt, of course, but are also a long way away. He does have these
yeah.
rebels in his capital, which are kind of being really annoying.
I'm shocked they're still alive, right? We see this three slingers on the coast there. Looks like
Yeah.
this is just a real minimalist kind of. I'll deal with them over time. I'm
The
not going
problem is
to
they're
move units
pillaging shit,
backwards.
so
Yeah, yeah. I'm surprised that too, right? Because you don't have to attack from that city center. You can go stand on the shrine and
yeah,
attack,
yeah,
right?
protect something.
Take some short-term damage, but protect your actual tiles.
Well, I mean, I think we're still early days in the old world competitive scene, right? This is only our second annual tournament. Later this year, we'll do our third annual tournament. I feel like even in this course of this tournament, um, player skill has just increased so much from the beginning to where we are now.
Yes.
So like we're going to see this continue. People are going to keep playing on a higher and higher level. If we go back 2 years from now and watch this and be like, oh my god, these people have no idea what they're doing because they didn't know about this tech or like this obvious thing that everyone does now. So
I feel like this is a very good argument to play the next tournament and future tournaments with a mod, though, with a dedicated mod for that. Because what you're going to find is the rate at which you want to change the balance of things for multiplayer as the stuff gets more and more
yeah,
solved is going to be vastly different than how much of a change the base game wants for single player experience and all the other experiences that are not just competitive multiplayer, right? So I
that's
think you're
true.
going to diverge from how Mohawk's going to want to update in response. They're going to want to patch things that are super broken, but things that are just broken in multiplayer are going to be a lot less interesting for resources. So
Yeah.
being able to do that with a mod is, I think, something you should consider.
Yeah, interesting anchor here from Ninja. Looks like he's going to take the central site next
Yep.
because this is a nice anchor. And Frederick points out in chat that Ninja, all these base units, he's going to need a lot of training to upgrade them and also resources. He doesn't have very much resources, and he's been spamming Hold Court, and the Grand Vizier has been building warriors everywhere, which means you don't get any training in Overflow anyway. So,
Yeah, it's funny then because the strategy of building mines here is actually counterproductive to his goal here. He almost would rather restrict the Grand Vizier's access to iron, so he
yes.
stops building
Yeah.
warriors. So
Yeah, again, this is why I don't like Grand Viziers. Aran does
yeah,
see that anchor, hopefully. Um, and I presume he's going to come in and clear this site once that settler is ready. I would be a little scared of clearing it before the settler is ready, just because Ninja might
yeah,
challenge
someone
you.
can swoop.
Yeah.
But this is going to be very tough for Aaron. This is a very difficult position. His tech is bad compared to Ninja's. He is investing in tech in a way that is quite smart, but is going to be a while before
Mm,
it comes online. But in the meantime, if he does not act, he will lose all of the remaining city sites.
he is going
And
for
that
this
is,
site, and that is an interesting anchor. I guess he wants coastal movement to be able to reinforce onto the site in case someone comes in.
yeah. And he
That
also
is
wants,
like the most conservative anchor ever, though. It's just like I'm not attacking you. This is just me. Like 2 tiles over, he would
well,
get.
I
Yeah.
don't think conservative in that sense. I think it's to, if Ninja attack Aaron doesn't know how many boats Ninja has.
Correct.
If Ninja attacks Aaron with boats, this he
Yeah.
can respond with archers
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
protect
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yep.
So I
Yep. Yep.
think it's that.
It's
Yes, it's
conservative in
hugging
that
the
sense, right?
coast.
I don't want to lose the Byrim.
Yes.
Um, it just looks like a scared anchor because he is scared, right?
Uh,
It's a good time to be scared.
yeah, for
Um,
sure.
I
And
would be
just
scared.
to respond to
So,
Science question in chat here. Thought I don't. It's not that I don't think the old world developers are responding or changing. I think they are doing a lot of that. I just think the demands of multiplayer are going to be different than what is good for the game for example, single player or non-competitive multiplayer spots, right? So I think what you're going to find, Scion, is that you're going to want more changes faster than they're going to do on their own. So it's not that I don't think they're doing an excellent job of tracking on this. We got devs in the channel right now watching this. They've been a huge part of the tournament. Soren's been casting these things, and we see a lot of changes come directly out of that. But I just think the pace is gonna be the factor. So
yeah. All right. So if you were in Aaron's shoes, what would you do here?
I've already committed to monasticism and husbandry, and what I've done here, like I'm starting right now in
Yeah.
Aaron's shoes.
Yep. Yep.
I don't see how you can. You certainly can't contest the middle island, and when that middle or the middle Gaul site that's about to get attacked, and once that goes, I don't think the northern site is particularly defensible either. I'm trying to. I think what I'm trying to do right now, then, I'm trying to train up an air, and this minus 130 commander air may or may not be that. I want to leverage my tactician as much as I can right now. I definitely want to get that barb site cleared and settled. I want to start thinking about pressuring Azala, and I want to really, really maximize my advantage here, which is religion. So I like seeing these both religion and clerics as a family, right? So I want to
Yeah.
see some tile swapping going on to really get the absolute most he can out of these monasteries. for his groves.
For me, if I'm in Aaron's shoes right now, I'm getting husbandry, and then looks like the next draw, I'm praying I'm getting sovereignty or doctrine, because I can get
Yeah.
7 laws here.
Yeah.
And Ninjaa, and he just did take polytheism, so hopefully we'll see those order shrines everywhere. I'm pretty sure Egypt has an order shrine, right? Yeah.
Yes, it does. Yeah.
I think all the cleric nations have one, except for Axum. Yeah, so Ninjaa does not have a response if Aran suddenly gets a bunch of 8 strength Kushite calves.
Is that true? He doesn't have a response. I don't know. I don't know that he gets to hold Azala if that occurs. I think Azala might fall from that. It's not very favorable terrain for
Yeah.
fighting fast horse units that like ranged, right? That don't want force. But I don't think he needs Azala to win. I think he's okay if Aaron spends some effort attacking Azala. Like, I don't know that he cares that much if it goes.
Sure. But like, if Aran attacks Azala, Ninja's not going to stop him if he has like 5 Kushite calves, which he could have in 10 years.
Well, Ninja, of course, is defying both our expectations here. He's not thinking about defending Azala.
What?
He's thinking of owning all the tiles and attacking
Oh
out
my
from
God.
Azala.
Oh my
So
God.
this is now units moving forward into. He's got the scout there, so he sees.
Yeah.
I don't think he's tracking on the fact that Aaron's a tactician, though, right? Because the
Yeah.
scout doesn't actually tell him what forces are there at all, really.
I mean, the scout does not see the archers that are in the forest. If they moved one more tile over, he would, because they did attack last turn.
Can you buy?
You cannot buy.
urban
You cannot
tiles
buy that urban
adjacent?
tile. Correct? No, you cannot.
Okay. But he could minor city this by the scout plus the 4 tiles around the park, right? And he could just deny that as a city site ever.
He could do that.
That'd be really cute.
That would be hilarious. I honestly do not understand the new minor
Actually,
city
can he do that?
mechanics.
Maybe not.
I do
Because
not
I don't know
understand the
if, does
minor
he have to
city
have the water ones as
mechanics.
well?
I don't understand the minor city mechanics. I think you have to buy like a bunch
I
of
think you have to
tiles.
encapsulate it. I'm pretty sure.
I don't remember. It's
Yeah, me
so
neither.
finicky. It's hard to I do not like doing it in network because I always get something wrong and then I'm like, well, fuck. There's no undo.
Yeah, I bug reported one because I got a minor city out of a border expansion event, like not event, border expansion card, right? And I'm like, what? Like, what is going on?
Yeah.
It just happened to be that it
Well,
spread.
you remember
perfectly
our
down
game where
encapsulated.
I apparently improved some pearls and like stole this site
Yes,
from you.
I thought that was planned. I'm like, this is the greatest
No,
play of all time by
it was
Alcaras here.
accidental. I just was improving pearls. I didn't expect it would chain. So
Yeah. I was like, I just cleared a barb camp and I had like almost full coverage of the island, and
all right.
somehow
So
like my next turn I open and like you have the whole island.
Ninja is not going for the Gaul site, and he is just pulling everything to the front here. We're gonna have some combat here.
Well, this is interesting because this may be he had a plan and then his plan changed when he actually got vision and scouts. So
Yeah, I think the
if this
Byreme
is
was
gonna be,
yeah, the Byreme kind of scared him. He was like, "What is this Byreme? What is it doing? Oh, he's clearing the site. I need to challenge it." So
but I think he's got to spend some orders chopping because I don't think he wants to take this fight with slingers and
no,
warriors
he does
with
not.
a massive family. Well, his families are actually pretty fixed with that ambassador plus
I
no
think
change.
if I were in Ninja shoes, I'd be like, "There is no rush. I am ahead. Let me get more ahead. I can kill. He is much weaker right now." Okay, that's actually super tempting.
Yeah. And the other
That
thing
is
which
actually
might be
super tempting.
interesting.
I take that back just because like he's much weaker. Let's go fucking
Well,
kill
there's
him.
one more goad too, Alcaras, right?
Yeah.
Aaron has just changed from primitive to
Naive.
naive, which might say to Ninja, he has more science than me, but I'm currently much more powerful than him. That's a pretty good time to attack, right? Like,
yeah, I mean, the gap has been consistent, but since both of them have been earning a lot, like it's now a smaller percentage gap.
Yep.
And yes, as Scientific points out, the tactician on the horseman means no horseman.
well, unless we see this judge get applied. At the moment, yes.
Yeah, correct. Yes, unless he puts the judge on the horseman, which is another reason, to your point, to have stayed with commander, because then the horseman is immune and also insanely strong.
Yeah.
So, all right, well, stuff is going to get really interesting. It looks like Aran is building a bunch of shrines of Ra everywhere, which is great because they're orders and garrisons. So he's going to get a significant order lead here, I think.
Yeah, but he's real weak right now.
I mean, he has no units, so that's a huge problem. So
and no units for a while. It's not like like a wave's coming out and they're powerful.
Nothing. Yeah, 7 laws. His timing on 7 laws looks like it's going to be around something like 60-ish, which is really early, but Ninja's awkwardly attacking right before then, which Ninja's really good at. And
I'm
unfortunately, he didn't
expecting to
get
see him pick up
sovereignty. He got
these light
doctrine.
chariots.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the double light chariot's going to be nice for him. And also that cycles to sovereignty, which is cheaper than doctrine. So
Yep.
yeah, I would definitely take the light chariots and the sovereignty over 600 science doctrine that you can't afford the science for.
I was starting to get here, but I kind of got sidetracked. The other downside of the rider capital for Aran here is as a major production site, and he's already invested in it, right? We've already seen
Yeah,
officers going up, and he's going to be producing military from there. He can't spam decrees. He
correct.
has no decree at all in his empire, so that's
Yep.
not going to be constitution for him. It's going to be tyranny.
Yes, that's true. But that's
I
another
mean,
reason I don't like the mill cap because I
yep,
like especially with statesman. I love double decrees. It's insanely strong.
yep.
Hello, 24 orders. If I can get both of them to legendary, that's huge. Um,
Oh, did you see this event?
no, which
Tinderbox for Aran. So he just paid it to try to buy off the fire, but you know
oh
how this
no,
works. This is the one we don't like. This is the calamity that. So imagine
burns
right
your
now.
lumber mills.
Well,
Yeah.
worse than that right now. What if the fire goes through all of his units right now in the forest? So he
Oh
loses his
no.
tactician for Biden and
And
loses
they're no
damage on
longer
roll.
stealthed. That would
Yep.
be a tragic ending to this game.
They won't get immediately revealed. I think they get their 5 turn window in the same way that any other unit that
Yes,
gets
yes,
bumped out
but
of its
still,
stealth.
they
But
they can
yes.
no longer hide.
Yep.
Um, yeah. So, yeah, Ninja does not know Aaron. Well, Ninja presumably knows Aaron has a tactician, but he does not know there are two archers and a slinger hiding in this forest. So
Yes.
he does not know what's coming. In fact, he didn't even scout those tiles. So let's see what he does here. I presume he's not going to
Yeah.
challenge the site. He doesn't have a settler ready, does he?
I mean, he moved that horseman down last time. Did it heal last time? I didn't notice.
I
Does
don't
he have a settler?
recall.
Let me look.
I don't see a settler anywhere.
No, no settlers built right now.
Yeah, so I don't think he wants to challenge the site. So is he just going to back off after buying these tiles? Is he going to try the silly encapsulate, in which case he needs one more unit in order to do it?
I
That
think
seems
this
so
is more of a
risky.
threat, right? Like
Yeah,
that city becomes super vulnerable. Remember, this is Assyria. Assyria has
yeah,
rams, right?
yeah,
So
yeah,
what is the problem with rams? They
yeah.
can't get to you. But
But
now they
this,
can get to you.
yes,
Yes.
now they can literally get to your city's doorstep and say,
Yeah.
hello, we've
Yeah.
been produced.
Yeah.
Although
It
he's
might
not
be
building
most
any rams.
might just be more of Ninja's super efficient playstyle, right?
He
Why
doesn't even,
why
he doesn't
build a
even have
settler
a
for this
garrison
site
in
when
his
Aaron
champ
will
seat.
build it for him?
So Ninja's forgetting to build garrisons again. He doesn't have a garrison in his champ seat. So he could build building rams in Cotton right now, but he's not.
Yeah.
He is starting a settler in his capital. He's still dealing with
He,
those rebels.
he passed the
Um,
ram card, so he
he
doesn't
passed the
want
ram
them.
card.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like he should be building garrisons because garrisons are really good.
Uh, I don't know. I mean, remember he picked up engineering, and I haven't seen a single bath come down. So
That's
maybe you were
true.
right in the
So
prediction of stone for wonders, but I don't.
wonders.
So he can't
Well, he
afford
hasn't picked a
garrisons.
sign. He hasn't picked a tech yet or a law yet. So we'll see there as
Yeah.
well. Maybe he's just getting 7 laws himself.
Yeah. Could be, but that was again that was like the faster sixth law right now, but I
Yeah.
don't think it was actually the faster seventh law. So
Yeah. Well, he will have 7 laws here. So maybe he's going for rams out of Nineveh. He can upgrade the stronghold with Judge to Citadel.
yep.
And once he gets 800 civics, which I guess is in 3 years, he will have 7 laws and have rams and 8 strength rams. Aaron doesn't have an answer for 8 strength rams. Like Aaron does not have an answer for 8 strength rams. There's nothing he can do to 8 strength rams.
He has horses. He doesn't have chariots yet, but yes. Yep.
Yeah, he right now with the units he has on the board, there's nothing he can do
Sure.
to an 8 strength ram. It's just gonna everything's gonna plink off of it.
Elephants, right? Does he have?
He doesn't
He
have any
can
units.
ride. He doesn't have any of them built, but he has land
Yeah,
consolidation. He has
yeah, yeah,
riders, so
yeah.
he can
No,
certainly build elephants.
he can build them, but like he's building a disciple in Rincewind and in Boldus. This is really greedy. I mean, it's the correct play because like if Ninja doesn't attack, that's the only path for winning. And if Ninja does attack, I presume at this point you're dead, right? Like I don't know. It's gonna be. I feel again. Hats off to Ninja. This is incredible play. Like he's. I honestly will say I did not expect Aaron to lose this game starting this game. So.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, it's a different style. It's been very strong here. I'm
Yeah,
curious. I mean, you were making this point earlier about the rate of change just from this tournament alone for how players are playing. I am curious what the adaptation or the response will be to this and how much of this is fueled by a couple things. Like this is a schemer adopt,
yeah,
plus 100 standing heir that you tutor or send exploring kind of shit, right? Like when that goes, is this still viable? I don't know. Probably, but like, is it as pronounced as a difference? I feel like Aaron in part is in this situation because he opened Judge, and he just
Yeah.
doesn't have anything as fast as Schemer plus Adopt plus
Yeah.
Tutor.
Schemer, I think, is the mandatory starting unit at the starting leader at this point. Like I
Yeah, I think so too. I've thought
I
that for a
can't
long time.
justify anything else. For a
It just
while,
keeps getting better.
I was just trying to find a way to make Builder work, and it just does not. Like,
Nope. Builder died with intelligence being nerfed, and
yeah,
probably rightfully so. And it might have died even without intelligence getting nerfed, but
yeah. I mean,
intelligence.
intelligence Schemer was insane. So.
Oh, I guess Tinderbox doesn't result in a fire.
Tsunami,
It's kind of bizarre.
kind of an awkward
Okay.
tsunami.
Yeah, not too
3
bad
light
though.
chariots. He does have 1 turn on the settler, so I presume he's going to clear next turn. And it looks like Ninja did pull back his units. So, yeah, definitely an awkward spot. Much stronger and learned is not what you want to see on your opponent.
Nope.
Could make Princess Kehanut your very angry ambassador.
Yeah, we'll give her 40 personal standing, so you'll get access
Yeah,
to her stats again, even at a reduced
yeah, yeah,
amount.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, hard here. Also,
He's
even
moving up.
like,
Go ahead.
I was just looking at other things here. So those, essentially, I wonder if Ninja will be tracking on that. He will know that something moved into that
Something
forest
buffs
because
his
his scout
scout.
got
Yeah,
bumped.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. That's what I was thinking as well. Like, will he notice that your scout got bumped and realize, oh shit, he is a tactician? I mean, he'll see it
and
next turn when when presumably Aran unleashes everything onto that site, clears it, and settles it the same turn.
yeah.
So
And Aaron scout's in a very good spot here now to
yes,
see that there's quite a few problems coming his way.
yep,
Sight on
yep,
that horseman, I think, is essential.
yeah, yeah.
And
He's got good sight.
it's a terrifying horseman, honestly.
That is
With
a terrifying horseman.
but it's got local ranger and there's also global ranger off his leader, right? So it's
Yep,
insanely strong in those forests.
yep. It is terrifying. Interestingly, I can't preview its damage to archer because the archers are hidden. Interesting.
Yeah, but like look at it on like it
Yeah,
does
it almost
19
one
of
shots
20
the
to the
militia.
militia.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, if that were a commander, like
yeah,
it would just
yeah,
be
yeah,
murdering. Yeah,
yeah. So this could get very ugly very quickly. Aaron just like you never want to see your opponent much stronger. That is stronger. Stronger is already uncomfortable. Much stronger,
yeah,
and he's still not building units.
yeah. It's ballsy.
Like Zoroastrian disciples into much stronger and an archive into much stronger just feels like courting death, I guess, unless you're saving for 7 laws or something. I don't know.
If I'm baiting here. I'm not revealing those archers to clear that camp. I don't think that camp aids me. Like I don't think clearing that camp is good right now. The tiles are garbage. It's going to be ages before that city's contributing anything except like a single like 8 training local training, right? So if I'm clearing that, I want to bait, right? I want to kill that horseman and I want to kill it cheaply. So maybe you throw that militia in there, maybe you throw that warrior in there and start slowly
Linking.
clearing that camp. And then you have your invisible archers just waiting for that stupid horseman to come over.
Yeah, and be like, I'm going to kill these horses. Yeah, very possible. I mean, let's see. Manor from Ninja, not machinery, not free ballista. Manor. I guess he wants the free longbow card. I really don't understand why you would go manor here.
Yeah, I guess,
Conscripts,
man.
maybe? I really don't understand manor here.
It's law number 8, so it doesn't change his law count.
Yeah.
I mean, it's on the way to. I mean, it's on
Longbows
the
and
way to a
pikes.
number of
Yeah,
powerful
yeah, yeah.
things, but man, yeah, maybe just longbows here. It would make sense, right? Again, like if you think short term,
Yeah,
you have a million forests to chop.
pikes don't require manor anymore. Did they once? I think they did once, right? But they don't anymore. We've got a lot
Well,
of
it's also on
forests
the
to
way to
chop.
longbows, though, right?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, no, but they used to be. I swear that manor used to be on the way to pikes, but I don't think it is anymore. Pikes are just a straight shot from battle line.
Rinse asks about naval power. It's two triremes to
Your biremes
biremes, excuse me, to
to
Ninja and one to Aaron right now.
with
So no
another
one's
one
investing
coming
very heavily.
with another one coming out shortly. So
Yeah, one turn. Yep.
yeah, longbow upgrade or the free longbow, but he didn't target Botkin. He targeted manor. So I don't know.
What's his ambition? Is it related to that? No, it's divine rules. So that doesn't make any
And
sense.
and yeah, I mean, usually we like Ninja goes for an early hydraulics, and he's not doing that this game.
Is it volunteers? Is there like a bunch of population? There's 3,
Not
1.
really.
Not really. Yeah, I don't know what the value of that is. It's not like he has treasure. Like all that. It seems like a precursor tech for something, and it could be the double longbow card. That might just be enough.
Yeah, maybe he's like, I'm gonna kill off that. I don't know.
Yeah. And it could be, along the way for actual longbows, because I mean he's got a
Yep.
ton of slingers and a
He
ton
does
of
have a ton of
forests.
slingers and longbow. Assyria longbow is scary.
Yeah.
Assyria longbow is terrifying. So yeah, it looks like he's not going to clear the central site. Although he could easily go do that now, right?
Yeah.
Aran's not going to contest it, and like the site that Aran is clearing is a shit site, like you said. There's zero resources there. It gives him nothing. Honestly, I would. It's just a production queue at this point.
Yeah, I mean Aaron needs that production queue
He needs it
eventually,
badly,
but
but
in
like
this,
it's going to be a long time before that city's worth anything.
yeah. Yeah, I
Uh,
mean, I think the reason for him not to take the Gaul site to the north right now is he's just not quite ready for it himself, and
yeah,
he wants his units available to punish Aaron if Aaron
correct.
commits too much to the city.
Yeah,
And maybe just punish it if he puts a city down, right? As a
yeah,
city.
yeah, yeah. I mean, once the city's there, you can hit the city. The city causes discontent, right? Like the city needs to be defended. This like it's.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just do not like manor over machinery because again, if you had machinery, those three hills overlooking that city defended well, like yeah. So I don't know. I just like
Yeah.
onagers. So
There's something to be said though about how quick Bodkin Arrow can be reached if you
yes,
have even a decent science rate
it
and
is
you're
the
in that part of the
cheapest.
game.
It is the
Yeah.
cheapest 8 strength unit apart from obviously the UU, which is cheaper from a science perspective, but like UU plus Bodkin is nice.
And
Um,
it's quite good with Assyria and his unit
yes, the
composition
crit.
and the terrain.
Yeah, and it upgrades from slingers, which I prefer to warriors. Honestly, ranged is always good. You never want to not have ranged. The
Yeah.
forest there is a little awkward though, because like it's going to be tough fighting in that forest.
Yes. Yeah. We just need that added, start forest fire. Scout action, presumably from
The
invisibility. You just wait there.
arsonist mission,
Yeah. Yeah.
arson
It's a
mission.
we add some civilian promotions, arsonist on my scouts. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's definitely shaping up an interesting game here. Like the tension is rising. We'll see what players do. I definitely feel so much more relaxed casting than I would playing. Like, especially in
Yeah.
Aaron's shoes, this feels really tense because you're like, I am dead if he looks at me and kills me because he's much stronger. So how can I get undead?
Yeah.
Let's see what he does
Always
here.
painful to need to close a gap as opposed to
Yeah,
putting that burden on your opponent.
yeah, much stronger and learned. Oh, he's down to stronger now,
Snap
so that's
pick
helpful.
sovereignty.
Yep. And is he going to clear and settle?
I hope not, but it looks like he is. Saw the zealot
Left.
attack.
Yep. Yep. He's going for it.
He's got his unit pushed back, so the scout moved on his turn.
Curious which tile he'll settle on. The forward tile to grab the hills.
You want to put? I don't know if I want the border of my city directly adjacent to my opponent's
No, I
borders.
mean, I personally would probably settle on that tile back from
I
the
want to know what the
coast.
city name is going to be. I assume it's just going to be called Ninja because it's
Yeah.
going to be Ninja
Yeah,
City.
yeah. We'll see. Walls. I think it's appropriate to start with walls in this city. So
Yeah.
this city is appropriate with walls. I usually
It's
don't love
funny.
walls, but this is the correct. This is the correct opening.
Aaron has epics too, so like if there's a
Yeah.
little bit of combat around the city, he might be able to rush those walls.
Yeah. Yeah. Very awkward. He's starting to
Light
chop.
chariots are out. Did have his promotion shrine in the city, so one of them's going to start with Eagle Eye, which is pretty big, and the other one has
Yeah.
Ranger available. Both very nice for this terrain.
Yep. Sovereignty in 2 years. Not going to quite have enough civics for it. So, but he will get 7 laws somewhere around turn 62, 61, 62, something like that. And then
Yeah, he can draw to civics boost right after sovereignty
yeah,
too.
yeah, yeah. So, and then he'll need to start a citadel. So we should see Kushite Cav before turn 70.
Yeah, that's been Aaron's favorite play this tournament, right?
Yeah.
Is the
He loves his Kushite
early
Cavs.
timing Egypt.
Yeah.
I love the
Wildly,
hamlets.
wildly
down
he
south.
is wildly he is still behind Ninja on science. 93
Yeah.
to 87. The hamlets, sorry. Oh, to get to the ore.
Yeah, for his capital, it's
Yeah.
a row of 3
Yeah, I
hamlets or
mean,
2
you
hamlets.
do what you can. So
Yep. He's probably pretty annoyed the border boost didn't go for that at all.
Yeah.
No. So it'll be interesting to see what Ninja does here, because Aran rolled the dice, in my opinion, on settling this city. I don't think the value is very high of it. And I mean, well, I guess actually there's without tile purchase there. Maybe it's just another monastery. It's another cleric monastery
Maybe.
adjacent to a
Yeah, I
grove.
mean, that's something.
Yeah.
So,
That's actually better than the probably entire production queue gives it for now, especially
yeah.
if you're building walls for the first 8 turns.
And yes, scientific, they are mounted lancers. Kushite Cav was the old name. Sorry. They will remain Kushite Cav in my heart forever. Yeah, so let's see what Ninja does here, because city's been settled. He could challenge it. He obviously sees there's a bunch of archers there now, so I don't know that he wants to go in to fight archers, especially with Tactician. He could come and kill, though. He doesn't have the orders to do it, though, because he's got 14 orders left. So
God, you gotta be pissed if you're Ninja. Just his champion seat is building. Oh, it's a warrior. I thought it was a worker. He's building a worker in his southern city. So this is the Grand Vizier still. He's got this, and he's got a. It's
he
a really
really
rubbish Grand Vizier.
he should assign Zenobia to the champ seat. She's got +3 training, bold, and then he can control the damn queue. Though I presume he wants his
There's the
civics
chopping.
presume he wants his civics for laws. So
saw a 9-order chop going out from Ninja on that dense forest. So I think this is a Bodkin arrow play. So I think this is him starting to set up the production, the raw resources to do that.
Okay, so he's going to attack with Bodkin and Rams. That's going to be tough.
I don't know if we're going to see Rams at all, but I
presume he's going to get 7 laws, right? He does have he will have the civics for it, and he has a worker waiting on the stronghold. So and he's counseling in Nineveh. So I presume that's an upgrade. So
maybe like a ram or two out of the cap.
That's what he's chopping out of, as well.
Yeah.
So. And the chops.
The funny part is here, though, this strategy gets totally just wrecked by this Grand Vizier. If it starts training like archers around
it'll eat his money.
Yeah, it'll eat his wood.
Yeah. Oh man, Grand Vizier is building a miner.
Yeah, I know. I hate them. I hate them too. They're always so useless. I literally asked at one point. I asked Solver, and he told me they're not actually programmed to sabotage you. That's them trying. Because I wondered if it was supposed to be like a punish, like you get the Grand Vizier, you get some interesting stats across your empire, but they only build the least useful unit. No, just random.
Yeah.
Or not random, but accounting to whatever decisions. Look at this lumber. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Look at the lumber mill, this factory that Aran has
set up. He's doing what he needs. He needs wood. There's not that many good ones. I mean, there's some in the north with the river lumber mills, but not that many.
That is another thing this cleric site, this city does, is there's 3 game, right? So adjacent.
Yeah, those are
lumber
great
mills.
Adjacent yeah. You do what you can. I mean, his wood income, I think, is better than Ninja's, right? Significantly so.
Yeah.
What is it? We're at Ninja's +19. Aran is +53.
Sure, but Ninja's looking to do a one-time thing. Right?
Correct. He's not going to. Ninja's been like, I'm going to come kill you. So, yeah. And as Fluffy points out, siege towers in the forest are going to be a huge problem for Aran.
Yep.
Because does that stack the siege tower range production and the forest production? So it's just like you do nothing.
Every other bonus does, right?
You do nothing to this.
Well, it's not. It doesn't stack in that way, right?
Yeah.
It's just like any other combat.
Yeah. But it's just like, it's not a multiplicative stack for Oh man.
We get to see the Super Zoro Monastery come online next turn for Aran.
Such a beautiful city.
It is. So he's at 93 right now. I wonder what that'll come out to be afterwards.
It'll be adjacent 5 science, 5 culture, and 50 gold, basically. So
yeah, it's a sick monastery. But it's slow. It's
slow.
Production queue heavy. You got to build the disciples. You got to wait on them. You got to tech the monasteries. You got to build the monasteries, and then you got to get the science that you're gonna get from that. In the meantime, you got someone pushing Bodkin next to you.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, I think that the problem here for Aran is the same problem I ran into, which is, okay, I need to get ahead of Ninja in some way. He's out-expanded me, but he's keeping science parity, which means I can't quite get the lead I want. Imagine if Ninja was at 50 science. This game would be very different for Aran. Because he'd be like, I'm going to have superior tech. I can punch out.
Not going to be Bodkin.
No?
There's archer upgrades now. It's going to be sooner than that. So
Okay.
I
And
don't
what is the
understand
manor
manor
for?
then. Well, future, I guess. But right now, like you pay full cost of the unit, including both goods cost and training
Yeah,
cost
yeah,
to
yeah.
upgrade.
You don't
So you don't
upgrade.
want to.
Yeah, you don't go
Yeah.
archer into Botkin. You go slinger
No.
into Botkin. Gauls,
Yeah.
everyone is at war with the Gauls. No one has decided to make peace with the Gauls, and no one's clearing the Gauls. Ninja, in theory, could easily clear that central site. I kind of would like to see him do that because I don't feel like he's going to attack in, and why not take the city site while you can?
So many
It,
weird things going on here. Ninja's still on colonies, and he just adopted engineering. So he's chopping, which is order intensive. So you want, the ability
he did
to have
upgrade
more
the
orders.
citadel, so props to the judge upgrade, and we have a siege tower started. Really
Yeah.
does need to repair these pillage improvements before they go away.
Yeah.
I guess the shrine won't go away, but that's a good shrine. That's 2 civics. So
Yeah. And it has an
gardeners
acolyte in it.
now the Grand Vizier is building garden. Like, why would you do gardeners after warrior spam? What are you doing, Grand Vizier?
It's actually the most advanced AI I've ever seen in a game. It detects what your strategy is and then does the exact opposite of it at all times.
Yeah, no, I
It's like
hate Grand
pushing. All
Viziers
right,
so
fine,
much.
gardener time.
This is why
Yeah.
I just turn BTT off because I'm like, I don't want to deal with this shit. So
I think some of the mechanics are fun, but
I
I
think opulence is fine. Estates are fine. That's an interesting choice. Do I want to like completely nuke the production of the city for culture? And the answer is yes. I do. But yeah, Grand Vizier in general, like also this isn't a particularly good word. I guess it's a builder, so it does speed up every other tile everywhere. So
yeah, the builder portion is interesting, but the stats are
and the
awful.
stats are
It's
shit.
not
Yeah.
yeah, it's not military production. It's not good science. It's a little bit of
Yeah.
gold. So yeah,
All right, so what does Ninja do here? Does he take the wall site? Does he push in? I don't think he wants to push in right now. It feels like he's building up for something. He did get
he's pushing
Poly.
in.
Is
Here
he
comes the
pushing in?
first archer.
Oh, okay. Wow, he can hit that militia from where he is.
Hit the city center too. I wonder what he's interested in here.
There's another archer. I'm surprised he's not going on the hills, but he's just
Also
going to
surprised he doesn't
kill
want to keep his sentinel archers with the super
in
good promotions in his
in
territory.
the territory. Yeah,
Yeah.
interesting.
I guess he can pull the scout back and buy the tile if he needs to still, because he does have colonies
Yeah,
active.
yeah. Okay, I guess he killed the militia. I
Could just
think
be a dominance play, a first blood kind of thing.
Aran is just okay with that, I guess. And yes, we do have first blood, right? I don't think that we had any combat until this point.
Yeah.
No rename on the city from Aran. I guess he has more pressing things on his mind. So,
Yeah. It's a planning thing, not a
yeah,
combat thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
He did buy a tile. Ninja bought a tile there to get, I guess, slightly cleaner movement with that slinger up in the north on the island.
Yeah, weird.
Yeah, definitely interesting. Definitely putting some pressure here.
I guess it gives him two paths.
And
Oh
he
no, it's
swapped.
because the southern no, his anchor doesn't connect the southern part, so he doesn't want
Yeah,
to
yeah, yeah.
path all the way around. Yeah. I
He
guess he
swapped
could have bought the
back.
archer tile.
He swapped. He swapped to serfdom. So presumably no more tile
Okay.
buying.
So that was it. I'm
And that
surprised he went
also,
with the north instead of the south one then. Because I think the south one's better. Maybe not.
I don't know.
No, anyway.
Yeah, I'm not sure. He just did go serfdom, Fluffy. So that was a long time on colonies. Like I honestly prefer serfdom as quick as I can, then swap to colonies, buy in like 1 or 2 turns, maybe 3 max, and then swap back. Like I don't like running colonies for 10 turns. I feel like it's incredibly wasteful.
Yeah. I think sometimes you have the luxury to do that, but a
Yeah,
lot of
yeah,
times you
yeah.
don't.
That's true. We'll see if he upgrades these slingers next turn. He does not have the wood for it, so
I want to know if these archers die because they have no. Those are super valuable.
it
They're
it definitely does
marksmen,
feel like you're throwing away archers. I don't know that the
not just
problem is
any
your
archers
your
either.
opponent has a tactician, right? So he can
Yeah, no
just stun
force
lock
there, so it's a
one.
little difficult to do damage to it. You don't have. They don't have. He doesn't have onagers, and
So
so
this is a case for actually having placed the city on the tile to the left, because
yeah,
then his tactician could have been sitting in the city and stunning everything.
yeah.
As it is, he'll have to be a little exposed, which is a little scary.
No horses either, right? Or no spears either, so he can't even block the route chain from that
Yeah.
threatening
All
horseman.
right. Presume he's getting civics boost here. Yeah, he is. So that means he will get. He's on 7 laws for Ninja. So Ninja did beat Aran to 7 laws. Aran should get it next turn, presumably with tyranny, I would imagine.
Almost certainly. There's no reason to go serfdom here.
Or constitution, yeah. But
Yeah.
oh, he is going for it.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. These are marksman promoted archers. You don't want them. If you
He's
can kill
going
them
for
cheaply, you
it.
do
He
it.
stunned the other one. Yeah, he's going to kill. Oh, wow. Okay, well, we've got combat, ladies and gentlemen. How is
Yeah.
he going to kill the unit? What is he
Did
going to
uh
kill the unit with?
did Ninja save orders at the end of his turn? Because he can upgrade during Aaron's turn, right? He did not save
Um,
orders. Okay.
Curious what he's going to kill it with. He doesn't have a route, but he can now chain stun that unit, which is incredibly awkward.
He can walk away.
Notice how he's carefully positioning everything to have no routes. Smart play.
Yeah, but he's got a. There it is.
Literally no routes. Like just everything is going to be spaced apart. You cannot route chain.
His positioning really impressed me in his game with Scion too.
Yeah, he's really good at. Oh, and the Byreme denial of water control.
It doesn't, right? You can still move
If he moves
south
the
around
other
that.
one, if he moves the other one, it will. And he's pulling it down, but he won't be able to.
The Byrome doesn't block that though, right?
It does. Zone of control.
I thought if you moved in, because it's both. Yeah. No,
It's
you're right.
both.
You're right.
Yeah,
Yep,
yeah,
no,
yeah.
you're right.
No, it does. It blocks the
I was thinking that
reinforcements.
it was just a single tile, but he moves through 2 zones in a row. So yeah, it does block.
Yeah. Hey,
nice
Soren.
Byrome.
Good to see you in chat. And yes, Ninja did a
Is
good
that
job with
though?
water transport, but yeah, Aran is now blocking it.
Because imagine, I mean, it's in range of at least 2 slingers. It will be in range of as many archers as Ninja can bring to the south there, probably 0 at this point. But it's also in range of other Byremes hitting it. Can it be killed and removed?
What, the Byreme?
The blocking Byreme?
No, he doesn't
Kind of
have
looks
enough
like
to
no.
kill it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a really good play then. Nice play on Aaron.
Very nice. Denial. So now he's going to basically eat those 2 archers for free.
Yeah.
I guess for the cost of militia.
Yeah, which is trading a militia for 2 marksmen.
I would take that every day,
archers.
multiple times a day. Like, yes, please, more, sir.
Let me queue up some militia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's great play here. So,
well, let's see. If
he's still very behind
boats,
though.
he can get 2. They do 5 a pop, so that's 10. The slingers are 3. That's 16. Does he have a single archer in range?
He can't get anything.
No hills on the.
He could force march the. He could force march the. He could force march the horseman.
What, like back and around?
Yeah,
he
and
could.
in theory, go forward with both warriors and a militia, and he could kill a single archer. But that
here's
just
an
feels
archer
like
that showed up. I don't know where it came from, but it's a champ archer.
Where?
So what's that? The boats are now 10. I'm looking at killing the trireme.
Oh, killing the or the
Byreme.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He could use his own boat to kill.
Well, he's missing damage. The boats are 5 a pop, and he's got 2 of them, so that's 10. But the boats are at 11, so he's 1 damage shy right now of killing it.
Oh, I see.
It might actually. I don't know. This fortification for everything, because I noticed these archers didn't reduce the fortification. If he had hit first with one of his boats, would that have reduced the fortification level, and therefore the future attacks been enough to kill it?
Defend information is just defense against ship units.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Yeah, it's just ships.
Okay.
Plus
but he
10%.
still might be able to die then, because the combat previews at 5 might be wrong, right? Because the second one will not have the first tier of formation anymore.
Yeah.
The second ship attack.
Yeah, I mean, as Frederick points out, if only he had some eagle-eye marksman archers.
I know. Oh man, a boat just out of range of shore. Well, yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, eagle-eye is really good against boats, so because I think it removes the damage penalty, right?
I do see Aaron starting to move his light chariots a little bit closer, but I think he's got to wait on that. I mean, I guess he has to build this.
Ninja does have vision of it now as well, so.
No, but that terrain south of the Izala is actually, he can hide his chariots in there if he wants.
Yeah. But yeah, now Ninja in theory could see that chariot. So all right, we've got some pretty tense timing here. Let's see what it is tech wise. He did get manner, or no, sorry, civics boost. Presume machinery here.
Yeah, I think
because
onagers queued because he wants those temples, and he also would like presumably be able to build some units.
Machinery gives you he's going doctrine. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Well, it's not bad. It does give you the ability to orthodoxy rush, which if you get to 7 laws, that could line up nicely to ortho spam some 8 strength units out, right?
Yeah,
get 6 or 7. Get 6 or 7 Kushites out, and then you're in good shape here.
Yeah, it's also the payoff for his Gnosticism ambition.
Yeah.
He can't do that yet because that's metaphysics, sadly. But
yeah,
I think it's metaphysics, right?
And still no religion for Ninja, so it feels like
no drama. Anyway.
Yeah, Ninja. All right, so there goes that unit. The archer's dead, and as you said, epics. So he's getting some culture in Tijibu. So
I think we're gonna see him swap the boats or pull back that boat too.
I presume so. That would he can easily swap the boats and then just keep a boat, heal it up, keep a boat, heal it up.
Yeah.
He
I think
definitely doesn't want to leave the boat where it is.
no, he definitely does not. And oh,
So
look at that. So Ninja actually chose to promote fire ship actually. So and it's in range. So Aaron will see that.
yeah, he'll
His
see the
boat
fire
doesn't
ship.
even get yeah,
Yeah,
and I
he's
can
not
push
going to
it
be able
out
to
of the way.
block. Yep.
Yep. Or at least not there. He can't block. He can still block other positions if he wants.
Yeah. Okay, then I guess you just fall back and defend Tijibu. But I mean, I presume Ninja's going to punish, at least kill some of these archers, right? Like the archers on the plane feels like that one's dead for sure. And
I
killing
was
the
oh
tactician would be nice as well.
uh yeah, it would. I don't know, honestly. If Ninja will punish now, right? He's probably looking to upgrade these things. And how close? He's not that super close to Bodkin though. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting. And this is we're getting the game we hoped for between these two very strong players here.
Yeah, and without trying to play favorites here, I really did appreciate that Aaron's not going down without a fight, right?
Yes,
Like
yes,
he's
yes.
behind in tech, behind in city sites, but he just played a really nice play to get some
Yep.
free unit kills,
Yeah, yeah,
free
yeah.
free unit kills.
Yeah. Yeah, unlike certain other players who just sort of sat there and let Ninja do his thing and didn't attack ever until the game ended. So
I certainly would never criticize a player.
no, I was definitely too passive. But anyway, focusing on this game,
Yeah,
um, yeah, no, he saw an opportunity and was not afraid to take it, even though, I mean, I think the insight there was the Byreme to deny the reinforce, because I don't think it would have been safe to attack into that with the reinforce, because that would have been terrifying. But the way he did it here, the positioning as well, so no route chain, it's very good.
we were talking
And
about this earlier. There needs to be, and I think this is if we want to say ninja style of play and Scion's style of play is one style and the play
yeah,
that you prefer and I prefer is another, then Aaron is almost in the middle of those from stylistic wise, right?
yes,
Because
yep,
he does have this like explosive,
he can
well
flex.
positioned
Yeah,
punch, and he was a risk there because that boat. We just looked at the numbers. You know, if there's a forced march in another boat, that boat survives at 1 HP
yep,
and it might not have survived at all. It might have actually died with those attacks. So it
yeah.
is a gamble. You don't know that. He doesn't know how many boats Ninja has
He
exactly.
hasn't
He's just
started a
hoping it's
citadel,
enough. Oh, that's bad news.
and he's out of
What's holding it
orders.
up?
I don't
Orders.
know. Did he forget? Like
Might have. No
he
worker
could buy,
nearby.
he could
No,
buy
he has a
train,
worker.
he could buy orders with training and start one. But like I feel like he really wants to start citadel this turn.
I think you might give up one turn to not. He's only at 278 training. I don't think you want to
Yeah,
lose
yeah.
all of your
I
force
wouldn't
marches.
buy. Yeah, but like I feel like you should have prioritized it
Yeah.
over like a light chariot move. It's easy to forget. But yeah, he does need to start the citadel.
Yep, that needs to occur. And we do see now what he was thinking with the city. Like the number one thing you can get right now is a clerics monastery boosting
Yep, which he's doing.
another grove, which he's doing. Yep. We saw the disciple be used to spread the religion, and immediately upon spreading that, the monastery starts. I really like that. He's
Yeah,
playing to his what is his asymmetrical advantage right now? He has a religion and Ninja
yeah.
doesn't, and he's
Does
playing
not.
to that super Howard, which I really like to see.
Yeah, Ninja's gonna fail this divine rule ambition.
Yeah,
There's no way he can do it.
yeah. Well, barring some random science events kind of stuff,
Yeah,
but yeah, I
yeah,
hear
yeah.
you.
I mean, he doesn't have phalanx yet. He needs citizenship. So,
Yep.
all
We're
right.
gonna get to
So,
see a siege tower, which I'm super excited about. We don't see those very often.
yeah, and this one actually can get to the front in a reasonable amount of time as well.
They're so novel. Like Assyria doesn't get played all that much in my games, and additionally, like siege towers are very situational. So even the model is like fun to look at because it's
Yeah,
so
they're super
novel.
cool. We'll definitely do a zoom in when they start.
Yeah.
He is clearing the Gaul site in the north here.
Yep. I get it. He doesn't have a great attack here. Doesn't quite know what's following up. Doesn't probably feel the pressure of needing to make this happen. So I mean, good on Ninja too, right? It's
Yeah,
it's easy to be like, okay, conflict started. I got to throw units at this until it's resolved one way or the other. It's another thing to be like, all right, I just took some nasty losses that I would like to recoup, but I don't have a great window to do that, so I'm not going to waste my effort. I think is a smart play.
yeah.
Although it's got to feel terrible to have just promoted two marksman slingers into marksman archers and get them deleted for free. So what do we think then? So, okay, also let's take a look. We haven't checked in a while because there's some exciting stuff happening on the board. I wonder about so science rate is just, it's Aaron is still 2 behind rate wise, but 1,000 science
It's
behind
bigger.
total.
100 no, Aaron's ahead in science. I see 100
No, it's,
science for Aaron and 78 for Ninja. The
oh,
graph
it
is out of
hasn't
date.
updated then since last turn, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So,
So
okay, so
Aaron
that's
is now
just the
taking it.
change. So Ninja's gone from 102 science last turn to 78. So presumably, what do you think happened? Probably Mago died, if I had to guess.
I'm not sure. The governor, Mago, died. Yep, you're correct. Yep,
Yeah.
Mago died. Governor
Yep.
of Nineveh. That's a big science drop just off that guy.
Yes, Groves and a cultivator.
You can get some of that science back by putting Aditi the scientist for 11 science, or putting
Yeah,
his
just
queen in there for 6, but he is a warlike minister who's a builder, which honestly is awfully tempting to put a warlike into Nineveh.
yes, it is.
Spam
Zenobia
out.
is not terrible either. A little bit of training, a little bit of science, bit of a mix. But I agree that builder looks really good. If you're willing to take the science hit, and you kind of are, right? This is building
Yeah.
siege towers. Another 12 local training is huge, right? How much training is it making? It's making 25. So that's a 50%
Yeah,
increase in local
that's
training.
I would definitely be tempted to toss that builder in there.
Yeah.
And just say, let's go spam out siege towers. Aaron does not have a good response to them. Everything Aaron has is pretty much ranged. He doesn't have any melee horse. So yeah, I mean Aaron definitely won this conflict, as Frederick points out. Marksman Eagle Eye archers, that could have been Marksman Eagle Eye longbows. It's good to take those promotions off the board.
Yeah.
Ninja
And
clearing the middle here. Looks like he'll clear it next turn. Is there a settler somewhere?
I want to give Aaron
Some.
his due. That was a cool play, but
Yeah.
he's still got a lot of things to overcome.
Yeah,
There's
yeah,
a
yeah.
thousand science difference. There's 2 cities right now, about to go to 3 cities, and one of his sites has been blocked by Ninja with a force and a good naval connection there. So he's got
Yep.
problems still.
Oh, he's
But
definitely
yes,
got
that was a
problems, but
nice
he
little
he
play.
does have a science lead now, so that's good for him. So he's going to start
Yep.
closing that gap. It's going to take a while. Ninja does need to move the scout. I think it'll be visible next turn, not this turn. So
And either via Grim Vizier or via intentionality, I think Aaron has, or rather, Ninja has 10 Luxes now, a number of which are Groves. So he did
yeah,
get some of those Groves online. So
yep, yeah. Both correctly read the map and went land consolidation.
yeah, it's such a powerful tech when it
Yes,
exists at a decent count.
when the map reflects that. And to your point, he has send that lavender to the clerics and the sages.
Yeah.
Just helping a little bit with opinion. No ambassador
If
for him.
if Aaron does get some breathing room here, I mean,
It
Doctrine
gets
is going to
scary,
be
yeah.
pretty valuable.
I mean, the beauty of Doctrine, he is pushing into the city and blocking, and with at the spot that Frederick suggested, slightly closer inland, which is it's going to be harder for Ninja to disrupt. Though he does have that fire ship somewhere. He is poking the city now. This is
Aggressive is what this is.
yeah.
And maybe not in a good way. You know, like that boat is, he saw the fire ship promotion.
He's
So what
presumably
that
saw the
means,
fire ship promotion. Yeah, he may not have noticed it. So he could have seen
can
it.
he push the boat in a specific, yeah, he can, if
He can
Ninja
push the boat,
moves
yeah.
southwest of the boat, he can push it out of the
Yeah,
way to
out.
block any of
Yep.
it. Yeah. So he's going in. The
He's
tactician
going
is
in with the
in the
tactician
trees.
in the forest. That's
Huh.
I mean,
Is this overconfidence?
it's
Is it a
good
response to
timing,
getting
I
those free
guess.
units?
He does have. How does he have vision of the Gaul site? Out of curiosity, is it just visible from his
Did the scout move
city?
this turn or last turn? No, it
Maybe
didn't.
no. The scouts that maybe the city gives him vision. I wouldn't have expected that much vision.
The cities get quite a lot. Remember, tactician
Yeah.
site
Right,
applies to
tactician gives
cities.
more. You're correct. It does give +2 vision range. So that's tactician city site range. So yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so he sees you are clearing the Gaul site. I'm going to take this opportunity to block you off again and attack your city and really challenge your city here. And what are you going to do? Stop attacking the city site, except for I'm blocking with my boat, which you can, I guess, disrupt. It's
Yeah, there's
good.
a some really
That's good
interesting
timing.
psychology here too, because I think, you were making fun of yourself a little bit earlier, saying, you need to be a little bit less passive. Well, this is one of the things you can do if you're willing to gamble a little bit here, which is where can you generate advantage? This is not a guaranteed advantage for Aaron. This doesn't end up well every time for him here, depending on how this goes, but
Yeah.
it is a gamble and it can pay off.
Yeah, and he needs to gamble at this point because he's behind.
Well, we don't know. Like, I think your mentality and probably my mentality would be, now is not the time. Let's find a better
I
time.
definitely would not be attacking right now. I'd be
Yeah.
like, I'm scared. I'm waiting for eight strength units, and then I'm going to go in with that.
Yeah, but
But yeah, he's going to not take the city this turn, but definitely whittle it down.
And these light chariots are a lot stronger, even in these open positions like this, without any spears on Ninja. I
Yeah,
wonder if Ninja's pick of that. Like, remember, he went
he
back and
still
forth
doesn't
on
have
it. He has
phalanx. Yeah,
engineering,
he's
but doesn't
regretting
have
it.
spears. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know that it would take an engineering, honestly. Um, he hasn't made use of it. No wonders, and it is expensive from money perspective as well.
Yeah. But for better or worse, now Aran is no longer able to totally
And he has started a
control the
citadel.
route chains.
He has started a citadel.
Yeah.
So corrected that last turn, and pretty good training in the city as well. 28 training. Not sure why that tooltip's flashing like that, but no good military governors really. So families are kind of neutral. So and still no religion for Ninja. Does Ninja even have husbandry? No, right?
No,
So
not last time we checked.
so interesting.
Yep. His one routing unit will be this horseman for the near future. So this will be a very,
Let's see what he does this turn.
again, I said last time, right before I've said it right before Ninja fed 2 archers into nothing.
Yeah.
I don't think Ninja needs Azala to still be dominant in this game.
Yes, he does not.
So I will be curious to see if he doubles down on this defense. It's kind of an inopportune moment for him. He just committed to that Gaul camp. He has a bunch of slingers that are not archers. He has one routing unit, no ability to build more, and a siege tower is still 3 or 4 turns off, right? So it's a really
Yeah.
awkward time for Ninja. I wonder if he just waits.
He also took an
Lets
ambition
Azala
for
go.
2 wonders, 1 strong, which is interesting. What wonder might he have in mind? He fire ships, but that actually doesn't help him, does it?
Doesn't block the zone of control. It might let him kill the boat, though,
Might let him kill
if
the
he's
boat.
planning to remove it by killing it as opposed to just getting it out of the way.
But what is he going to kill the boat with? All his range units are on the other side, and he can't.
He can attack that with melee.
Can the archers actually move past?
Not
Why?
with the archers. He can attack it with melee. He can attack
No,
it with
but like I'm
warriors
seeing the archer can move past the boat, and I'm not sure why.
because it moves in and moves out. Oh no, he's just better zone of control than we are. Okay.
Oh, because
Here
it's
comes
only
the
one red tile, correct? Because the land tile is not blocked, so it's only one red tile.
true. So does the boat block the urban land tile but not the other land
The
tile, or is it
boat
both
only
land tiles are
blocks the
unblocked?
boat only blocks water movement, so now it's just one water red
Gotcha.
tile to go through.
Yep. So he's again like he's
Yeah.
just better at zone of control than we are.
Yep. Yep. One
Yep.
red tile is not enough. You need 2.
Look at this horseman. This isn't even his leader.
I
This is
know.
just this is a hero with the appropriate bonuses. It does 16 damage to that warrior
Yeah.
and 11 damage to the tactician in the forest. It's nuts.
This is interesting. I mean, it's very ballsy to attack into an opponent when you're weaker. Um, can he
Yeah.
take out? Can he take out the tactician?
2 kills is 4 orders.
Can he kill the tactician?
Almost certainly yes, right?
With what?
Look how many units can reach there. It's not a matter of, and the horse does 9 alone. He can probably, with 21 orders and this many archers around, even like on a 1 or 2 damage a hit, he can probably get it.
I'm
wants it.
honestly trying to figure out what he can kill it with.
Archer does 2, Slinger does 2. Again, he only needs 9 damage past the horse, right?
He needs 11 damage
There's a
past the
militia
horse.
in there. Militia does 3. Yes, sorry. He needs 11 past the horse, but the horse is doing 9. I mean, we're almost there.
Yeah, we'll see. It's going to leave a lot of stuff vulnerable, though.
Yes, it will be quite an investment to kill it, but I think he can. He may not want to, honestly.
Oh, he's critting. He's attacking the light chariot.
Yeah, weird. I wasn't expecting that either. Wonder what he sees.
Another crit. He's getting.
Is this show pendings, or does he just?
It does not
is that
show
just-
pending. I
It's just
presume we
random.
don't have show pending.
Poor old
turned
Aran.
on.
2 10%ers.
Presume he doesn't.
I
have
guess
show
maybe the
pending
second
on.
one wasn't a 10%. Second one was no, it was. They're both 10%ers. Okay.
Yeah, we don't have show pending on.
Okay.
We would see the crits ourselves as observers. So
Yeah.
interesting.
Another crit. 3
Oh
in a
my
row.
god.
Assyria doing Assyria things.
Assyria.
And look at the morale damage. Assyria, or rather, oh, it wasn't. I thought it was Aran.
It's flexing. It's flexing. Yeah.
Yeah. That's brutal.
That is brutal.
These the light chariots ignore zone of control, right?
Yes, they are. They ignore
horse
zero
unit.
under control.
Do camels as well? Elephants don't. And they're
Camels, I
mounted.
believe, do, but don't quote me on that. We can ask chat.
Yeah, you can't see it on the card. You have to like look them up outside of it.
Yeah,
Like
it's
if you just
awkward.
like hover the bonuses, it doesn't say ignore zone of control.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh look, he's literally blocking it in. Oh no, both the light chariots right before the citadel finishes. A disaster. An overcommitment from Aran.
Yeah.
Gambled rolled the dice, but this is spooky. He
This
doesn't have
is
any routing units of his own, right?
terrifying. This may
So
end
although this
here.
is a
He's
bunch of
down to much weaker. This is brutal.
although slingers on flat terrain should be everyone's dream. These are hunter slingers on flat terrain with no routing unit, which is a
No
lot less of a
routing.
dream.
No routing.
Yeah.
Ooh. Well, he does have that tactician stun.
Yeah, sure.
I'm not sure what that gets you though.
Yeah, no anchors. So that he has to cut the. If he can save the light chariot, and he only loses one light chariot, two archers, and a warrior, that's
I don't think
maybe
you can save the
not
light
a
chariot.
complete disaster. You have to cut it out. It doesn't. They don't
You
have zone
have
of
to
control.
cut it out. You
You
have
just
to.
have to kill one slinger.
Yeah, but then you're going to lose the archers next turn. Like it's not going to be pretty.
Sure. Well, you maybe don't have to lose all of the archers, right? You might have to get away with like just the
He
leader,
did. He
maybe.
did do a little routing, Soren with his horsemen, and then got some really lucky crits. Honestly, 3 crits or so to kill a light chariot.
He had more attacks. I'm not sure it was lucky to kill the light chariot. I think it was lucky to kill it as efficiently as he did.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Definitely not looking good for Aran here.
Well, yes. This is he changed this from like a free 2 archers to quite a reversal here. I don't know that.
3 years on a siege tower.
Yes.
Like I think the archer play was beautiful, taking the 2 archers, but then pushing in. I mean, honestly, as you said, like it's hard to know, right? Like I would have probably not taken the free archers, but then I also would not have pushed in, right? So
I'd like to have seen him walk the archer one tile back before firing. So he's hiding the leader. Oh, he didn't.
oh
He
no,
moved the leader to the forest. He stunned the horseman.
he's
Is he
stunned
gonna
the
kill the
horsemen.
horseman?
So that's route chain prevention, right? He can keep the
Sure.
horseman as stunned as long as he want. I presume he's going to lose the leader though. I don't know. The light chariot did not get routed, and light chariots don't have route themselves. I'm not sure I'm understanding what you're asking, Soren.
Yeah, not sure.
If you want to give light chariots route, I'm sure all the Egypt players will be totally cool with this. So he is blocking in the boat here.
Yeah, although I think the southern ship will die.
Yeah, it's a fire ship, and he can push the fire ship can push the boat towards the shore and die that way.
Yep. But that's interesting. Still fighting back a little bit here. I mean, this.
It's definitely not over yet. It's just not looking good.
And we do have 800 civics sitting on Aran right now from that card, right? So he has a couple unit rushes if he wants them.
Yes, and Doctrine is coming up, although that's going to be a little awkward to use. We've got 5 years on Citadel, which will be a lot. The problem is there's a siege tower in 3 years as well. We do see an upgraded archer here. Presumably he's going to clear the Gaul site and settle it. I don't know. Whew, this one's getting tense.
How did the light chariot end up there, Soren? It was 2 light chariots came forward to attack the city last turn, and one of them did not survive, and the other one was trapped there by literally physical body blocking it.
Yeah,
which is one way to stop a horseman is to just surround it fully.
And he did clear it out by killing that slinger, so it can escape.
I'm not sure how I feel about the tactician attacking the horseman. I get that it's trying to stop the route.
It's
but what
starting
route?
the route, like, but yeah, there's nothing to route.
I mean,
I don't know.
stop a very efficient unit.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's you're fighting on plains. The horse would do so much damage to either archer, so it does mean it's going to take more hits to kill the archer. He did start walls as soon as he founded the city. I think it's defensible for that city. I don't hate it. You know that city's going to be under pressure.
Yeah.
He shot the city. He did attack the city before, yes, when he had the so he had blocked the. If you rewind, you can rewatch it. But he blocked the coastal movement here with a ship so that Ninjaa could not reinforce the city, and then he cleared out all the units near the city, or most of the units near the city, and started attacking the city. But it was a little greedy / ambitious, and now he's paying for it. So, And yes, I would characterize it as a mistake. But the archer lock with the boat was a beautiful play. So
Yep.
um, yeah. Oops. All right. Let's see here. All right. What will Ninja do? His horse is awkwardly stunned. He can come try to punish this
Well,
leader.
I'm starting to get a pretty good read on Ninja here. It's just if the answer allows forward, forward it is, right? So, like I think what we will see is we will see a lot of attacks. It's not like he's going to abandon the city.
All right, there's the fire ship, and
Yeah,
presumably we're going to see the boat get killed.
the hero boat I suspect will
Yeah,
die.
yeah. There's one attack, and there's the other. Yep. And is he going to take out the leader?
Let's see. It's going to be a little costly to do that. It's not showing me combat previews for the warriors getting counterattacked right now. But like that leader in trees is tough for Ninja to deal damage to without his force.
Yeah, I mean, he can kill it, though. It's just going to be really expensive.
Fire up north.
It's two warriors and 2 slingers will do it. Fire up north. Ugh, all his lumber mills.
Yep. I hate that event.
Minus 11. So minus 11. At least the lumber mills are up, so they can get repaired. So at least it's not brutal. If you didn't have the lumber mills there, that would have been really brutal.
Yeah, then you're waiting.
Wait for regrowth. Double siege tower production out of Kahat and Nineveh. So he just did upgrade that citadel there as well. Nice play from Ninja. He understands citadels. Improvement from his first game where he didn't build a garrison. It'll be great. Look, from a story perspective, if Ninja loses the first game and then goes on to make it all the way to the championship final, that's a hell of a storyline.
It is. And I mean, regardless of this fight right now, which looks Ninja's favor, but it's a lot of older units versus some newer units, etc. Those siege towers still don't. Aaron has no answer for those siege towers.
Aaron can't do. Aaron, yeah, he's in trouble when the siege towers show up, and Ninja has patched the vulnerability of siege towers of mobility. So with the great sea control that he has, so he does not build the roads yet from Kahat to the shore, but like everything else is pretty good sea movement. And he's got lots of units as well. So
it is somewhat ironic here, perhaps, that Sion learned such a hard lesson about attacking Assyria.
Yes.
Like your force evaluations are not the same, even when they say they're the same.
Crits. Yeah.
Yep. And now Aran, who was that Assyria who punished Sion so hard with that, is now feeling Assyria for on the flip side.
Aran does finally have a science lead, 106 to 78. Really still don't understand this manner from Ninja personally, but he is going for this tactician leader. Entirely sure what he's going to use to kill it. I guess he has these slingers up north that he can pull down. Yep. Oh, the militia. Okay.
It takes 11. I mean, that tactician leader just dealt a ton of damage. There's no follow-ups. It doesn't matter. But
there we go. Tactician leader, do we send event on Aran? For death, no event. Okay, so no event. The leader did not die or have a chance to die. Sometimes that can be pivotal.
I didn't know I was still on the leader. I see it happen to my heir all the time. Does it happen to the leader as well?
If your leader dies, then can happen. All right. Well, Ninja's definitely in a very powerful position here. He's got a lot of units and still has more units in the back. All these warriors just sitting there. This champion city has been just pumping out warriors for reasons, I guess.
Vizier reasons. This could be a 5-head play by Aran. This is Assyria's order bonus can only trigger if they're killing your units, and if you have no units, you can't lose units, so you can't give them their bonus. So he's just.
It's not looking good. It's not looking good right now. I don't see how Nestor is going to hold. He did rename the city.
Nestor can hold if we see almost immediate. If he kills enough units to get the
and then rushes the walls.
Yeah. And he gets a turn to let that happen, kind of deal. But I agree.
5 years away from Citadel. We've got siege towers in 2 and 4. Another Byreme on the way. Still running that Grand Vizier. This dude's living forever.
Yeah. He did pick up 2 charisma somewhere.
He did pick up 2 charisma, which helps some science.
And his opinion changed, right? He went from
he's happy,
80 to plus 130. Yeah.
All right. He is going to try to at least do some more damage to this boat.
Probably making it cost enough. If the boat wants to kill my boat, you're going to lose
your boat. Yeah. Another Byreme coming out from Aran next turn. Ninja also has a Byreme coming out next turn. So I think Sea
Yeah,
Control now goes to Ninja.
yep. But I think more scary than the sea control, like it is, you lost your boats, you lost half your physical army as Aaron here,
Yeah,
and I
yeah,
do
yeah.
feel like you were holding on fairly precariously with a row of archers and a tactician archer hiding in
Yeah,
woods.
yeah,
But
yeah. I think it would have been hard for Ninja. Like you always want to force an attack where you have an advantage, right? So hiding out in the forests and having the city tank for you would have been a much more advantageous place to fight, as opposed to trying to take the city. Um, Again, it's hard to critique because like he had the absolutely brilliant play of killing those two archers. Like I would not have done that. I would have just hid by the city. Um, and honestly, like he didn't have very many good choices, right? You don't attack, Ninja
yeah,
takes the Gaul site, gets another city. His advantage grows. You do attack,
Frederick just
yeah.
sorry, let me get a thought in here. Just Frederick pointed out that the Grand Vizier is building specialists in Ninja's
Yes.
empire right now as
Yep.
he's pushing for an attack. And hilariously, it's almost like it targets your lowest resource. Ninja has +8 food per turn, and it's building 4 or 5 specialists. So
Yeah.
it's like, come
Yeah.
on,
I
come
don't
on,
need you
dude.
to spend specialists right now.
Yeah,
Yeah. Um, yeah. Siege towers, I think, are going to be the end of this, even with the walls. 2 siege towers hitting that city. It's just
definitely the
going
end
to
of
get
Nestor.
ugly. Yeah.
Yep.
The end of
And I
Nestor
think it
for
goes.
sure. And then we
I think
fall
it goes
very
Nestor
quickly from
Sino.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or Boldus. You could just go Boldus and say, I'm going to take the coast because I'm going to have sea control.
Sure. You
Um,
run into the tactician in the forest over there a
that's
little bit.
true. That's true. I don't know. We'll see. It's
Yep.
definitely going to be interesting. We'll see how Aaron reacts here. Um,
See what he can react with. I'm not sure he's going to have many options. And this is the downside of Doctrine. It's a longer term play. It lets you get your tempos and lets you
yes.
get your rushing. But if you're fighting every turn, you can't rush. And if you
Yeah.
don't,
Imagine if he had machinery and had some onagers defending
yep.
Nestor. It would be much harder to take Nestor. Imagine if he had pushed Nestor forward and had onagers on those hills in forts.
Dude, these
That would be
archers are
really
going
hard.
forward. He's killing the
That,
trading 2 more units for that horseman. That horseman ended up eating. If you consider the fact that the leader stayed around to stun it, he
yeah.
lost 3 archers to kill that horseman right
Yep.
there.
Yep.
Spooky.
Yeah, I don't know whether Aaron saw that Ninja upgraded a fire ship. He could have seen it, but he might not have seen it. If he didn't see it, then yeah. He reassigned his tactician. Those hills are so powerful as well. Ninja doesn't have a natural route unit because Ninja doesn't have husbandry, let alone spoked wheel.
Yep.
So he got good value out of his free tech horseman though. So well
Did.
picked there. And I think horseman, I think if I remember right, Becht was the one of the cards that every winner picked or something. Although I think I broke that streak at some point by picking it when I lost.
I mean, we can just redefine that. All the winners who picked horsemen, something like that, right?
Yeah. But yeah, no, I mean, Doctrine potentially gives him a way to like produce units, but it's going to be like all his orders for a single 8 strength unit, which is just not going to be enough.
Yeah,
It's
we'll
not
see.
looking good right now. I'm giving Ninja 90% chance to win right now.
I would have liked to see the managers too. I think with 800 civics, he could have rushed out 2 to 3 of them, right?
Yeah.
Depending how you spread it out. So you wouldn't even have to wait on the build time, and just having some like forest-based onagers are going to
Yep.
be really
Yeah,
big
and
deal right now.
if you take those hills and put forts on them and buy the hills as well, then like
Sure.
I mean, if you settled the city forward as well, you would have grabbed those hills and at least 2 of them, and then like it becomes a pretty good defensive position that like is really hard to attack into. So
But it's interesting both sides of this, right? Because we saw
yeah,
the overextension by Ninja putting those marksman archers forward, who Aaron happily gobbled up and gobbled up in a very clever way. But then Aaron read that as more weakness than was actually warranted in Ninja, right? And pushed too
yes.
far forward and got a bunch of units eaten. So, yeah.
Huh. Ninja is rushing out an apprentice officer, delaying his siege tower, and then rushing out a siege tower in Kahat. I'm a little confused by why he's rushing out an apprentice officer, but maybe
Could
that
be the
will. Let's see how much training he's at. He's exactly 113 out of 160, and he has 28 training in this city. I don't think an apprentice officer is going to change anything there.
well, it could be to deal with the Vizier, right? He wants an officer in his capital, doesn't want the Grand Vizier to build who burn his food. So he purchases food, rushes the
Oh,
officer, and then the Vizier can't do that shit to him anymore.
okay.
You're just
Interesting.
playing around your allies, you know?
Yeah, playing around your allies, your teammates. Um, yeah. Okay. Well, All right. So what is Aaron doing? We've got that monastery finishing, which will be a nice gift to Ninja. Um, so Gardner finishing still 118 science, so he is starting to create more of a science gap, although it's not enough at this point. It's too late.
Well, let's see. Does he still have the ballista, or is he already past it?
Reballista
I
is
think he's already
gone.
passed.
He passed
Yeah.
that. That would have been really helpful. Yeah, machinery into hydraulics. Ballistas are very useful. I mean, Ninja's entire army is infantry, except for the horse, which is dead. So 4 years on the Citadel. Building some more quarries as well. His economy
Hmm.
is stronger, I would argue, than Ninja's. Um,
Yeah. But this hurt you in the same way, right? Like
yeah,
it's
yeah,
the
yeah.
timing of the push
Yep,
corresponds
yeah,
to right
yeah.
before the
Right
payoff
before
of
you're
the
ready.
economy.
Yep, yeah, no, and
Yeah,
Ninja's very good at that timing.
he is.
Walls will not finish before towers arrive because one tower is ready to go right now and can not quite get there in range. So, but it can be there next turn. So you can
Dude, they're
force
so
march it.
cool looking.
They are so cool looking. I did promise we would zoom in. We could check out this siege tower here. Wish I could pan the camera around, zoom around in it, but yeah,
It's like the only vertical unit, so
yeah.
it looks like a robot to me almost. You know, like from
Siege
afar.
tower
You know,
online,
yeah,
prepared
exactly.
to
Like
destroy Egypt. So,
exactly.
yeah.
Yeah,
All right. Does Ninja take Phalanx here? Phalanx, steel, metaphysics, and coinage. I think Phalanx is the correct call.
get a lot of
He
warriors,
finally
but
got that manor. A lot of warriors, but he's at minus 15 food. Does he even have forestry? He does have forestry. Why is he at minus 15? Minus 15 wood. He needs to repair his lumber mills from the forest fire and probably build
oh,
more.
Assyria only repairs improvements if they win fights with orders. That's how that works.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's see what he does here. Is he
Well,
going to finish the
yeah, I
boat?
think it will be spears in all likelihood. It counters Egypt nicely. It's a very quick reroll too, and he is potentially his discard pile is pretty big right now, but he can
Yeah.
roll Bodkin next. Like that can happen.
Yes, Botkin is there. And Phalanx is also the cheaper out of these options as well. So,
Yeah, I mean they're all 200, right? But yes, or two all in with
yeah, yeah.
coinage.
All right. So he killed the boat. So no more boat from Aran.
Yep.
He has his own extra boat coming online. But Aran also has a boat that finished last turn, I think, or will finish. Or maybe, I don't know. I thought there was a boat. Looks like some raiding of Egypt and the Gauls in the north, which is awkward. No military moves in the south apart from, I guess, Aran killing something with that warrior there. I think it was a slinger or something.
Militia.
Militia, yeah. Fiery militia and horsemen all died last turn.
Yeah, this will be interesting because I think we'll see how the dust clears in this turn, but we'll get an actual count of what this trade has been here.
Yeah.
Is it at the moment? You know, if let's say just Ninja let those archers walk away, I think Aaron is down a little bit.
95 improvements for Aran to 68 for Ninja. That gap has opened up pretty yawningly at this point.
Yeah.
So the
It's
longer
that
the
timing.
game goes, the better for Ninja, except for the problem is, yeah, the better for Aran. Units
Yeah.
lost 7 to 8. So,
Sure.
and he's pushing in. Ninja's pushing in, taking out some of these, maybe getting this archer out.
Surprised how little damage they're doing to this.
Pretty highly promoted.
Shield
It's
bearer,
a
Highlander,
Highlander, shield bearer.
tough,
Yeah,
and increased strength.
yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely interesting match. I'm not
It's a
sure we're gonna.
conscript. It was for conscripts.
He's a
It's a
conscript.
non-spearman promotion for dealing
Okay,
with horses.
yeah.
Okay.
I mean that's going to burn a lot of training, right? Like what did he upgrade from the militia, presumably?
I think it was from a worker, but it might have been militia. There was
Let's
a
see.
dead militia, right? It died, so I think
Yeah,
it was a worker.
it's 80 training to upgrade. So he's going in for the kill at this point.
Yeah,
Um,
well,
I mean, yeah, I
makes
mean,
sense.
makes sense. You're much stronger than your opponent. What are you waiting for?
You have the right units for it. Your economy isn't going to go on forever. You've got the training queues to do
Yeah,
it. Yeah.
yeah.
Well, that would be interesting because this is possible, and then that Aaron can, for example, bleed some cities and hold and push
Yep,
back.
yep. There
Yeah.
just has to. It's a knife edge though, because you miss you. It's gonna be really annoying attacking to the cities because you can put that tactician inside the goddamn city, and it's gonna stun anything that he wants. So, but I think at some
Yeah.
point, like Ninja can just overwhelm him with like, sure, you can stun one unit, but I have 10 other units. What are you gonna
Yeah,
do?
exactly.
So,
And the tactician counterattack only triggers once the walls are down. So
correct.
it's not like,
Right. Yeah,
and there's
yeah.
a lot of range units. So yeah.
Yeah. What tech is he gonna pick here though? With the conscripts, maybe not. Maybe not phalanx. he also can't really support the wood for phalanx right now.
Presumably he wants divine rule. He already has polytheism, right?
Yeah, so citizenship for divine rule. Yeah, it's
That's what I
polytheism
suspect.
in 7 cities, 8 cities, something like that.
Yeah.
8. So it just needs a Zala, and I guess I'm not sure what other cities missing it.
Is steel instead. I guess the training boost on steel might be relevant.
Training boost on steel could be good.
Do
Could
you see
also
how many
upgrade those.
warriors his stupid Grand Vizier is queued up in his
It's
empire? It's like every city's building a warrior or an acolyte right now.
he's got a lot of warriors. Maybe you should get something to upgrade them into.
I can't believe only one of those archers died. The warrior and the other archer survived. So that was
There's a lot of attacks to kill that archer, but there's just
yeah.
not much left. There's not
Yes.
much left. 3 years left on the Citadel. How many units does he have? He doesn't have very many units.
Archers attacking from that position.
We have siege, horse, melee ranged. He has 2 archers, 2 light chariots, and 3 warriors. That is all the units in Aran's empire. We're down to 7 units.
Yeah. Ain't many.
That is
So let's see. Are there tech cards he can roll for units right now?
no, I don't see
Machinery
one.
grants
Doctrine doesn't
elephant.
unlock one. Yeah, but
It's
he's
an
getting
elephant on machinery.
doctrine.
Yeah, but he's going to finish Doctrine next turn, right? So he's going to
Yeah,
have.
and then 2
obviously,
years
it's
away
not
from
gonna be in there.
Citadel, so he's going to get 8 strength units at least, which is going to be something. It does feel like he's just going to get steamrolled here, Soren. Especially because Ninja has this siege tower, which we can zoom in here on. Look at that beautiful thing. It's going to, in theory, be force marchable into here, and he's, yeah, that's gonna be pretty brutal here. I don't think I can select it, but
Do you think Aaron's holding this civics, not rushing any units because he's thinking of rushing his
I would assume
8
so.
strength you use?
I would assume he's going to get the Kushite Cav. He did rush this Gardener, presumably with money.
I think they're called
I
lancers.
know, they're mounted lancers, but he actually rushed the Gardener and 2 apprentice officers with his judge.
Okay.
Presumably because he knows 3 years from now I'm going to want to build all the mounted lancers I can, formerly known as Kushite Cavs, before Kush got added. And yes, as Frederick points out, who knew turn 66 waves of warriors and slingers attack timing, the turn 60 attack timing of warrior and slinger spam. Again, if Aran had onagers or ballista, this becomes a lot less scary, right? That's another reason I really like
chariots.
Or chariots. That's why I love the machinery and routing UU units, because like you just shut down any sort of spam like this.
Yeah, I don't like the Doctrine pickup here either, but I do get it. I understand why.
I get it. He's gone in for religion. He's going deep. It will give him a pretty significant science income lead. The problem is science almost doesn't matter at this point because both of you are on 7 laws. Both of you have strong culture.
Yeah.
Both of you have your 8 strength UU, and I don't know that another 8 strength unit is going to make a difference anywhere.
I think it does. Another 8 strength unit matters a lot here. I think the Bodkin arrow or the
problem is Ninja gets to it first, though, right?
So yes. Oh yeah, for Aaron. Yeah.
Right. Like, what is Aaron's next 8 strength unit?
I think I was reacting to you saying science doesn't matter here at all.
No. Sorry, I meant that Aaron's science lead now doesn't matter because it doesn't get him anything. Yeah, science definitely matters. Yeah, I didn't mean to say that, but yeah, I don't know what his science lead right now gets him because he's not actually going to get to 8 strength units first.
Yeah, and the downside of the UUs are their extremely high production cost.
Yes,
in terms
160
of
training
compared to other units.
So Soren, Aaron can build his 8 strength unit in 3 turns out of his capital. Outside of that, if we poke into a city, we see he can build archers and slingers and warriors and nothing else really. So it doesn't really have great units ready to go. And I feel like he's going to need critical mass of those mounted lancers, which I think is at least 6, 5 maybe. And the problem is Ninja's going to has already the siege tower, and Aran has nothing to do to deal damage to the siege tower, and his lancers will not help with that either. The walls will come up. All right, well, let's see what Ninja does here. And unlike Aran's 7 units, Ninja has at least 15 infantry units and 1 siege unit. What is his? Yeah, so and I feel like there's more than 15 here.
Look at this Grand Vizier's it's so troll.
It's just spamming
So
all
many
these
warriors.
warriors.
It's just
Yeah.
built like 15 warriors.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely inflating his power score rating. I don't particularly love all these warriors, but it definitely makes Ninja look scarier than he is. And hey, you can just throw warriors at your enemy, and they definitely clog things up. We saw this in Aran against Nizar, right?
Yeah.
All right, professional army versus volunteers. I presume he's going to take volunteers, but don't really see that
Gonna
many places to rush stuff out. Yeah, I don't
Dude, it costs him
understand.
30 civics a year for volunteers. I'm not touching that. I'd
Yeah,
rather
yeah,
have neither of those right now.
yeah. I just don't understand why he took Manor. So, all right, well,
How are the
let's see
families
here.
right now? So hunters are positive.
Families
Everybody
are
else,
okayish. Nothing
yeah.
amazing. Patrons are kind of pissed, but you know,
Grand
how
Vizier
are
is up to 79. That's generally what happens
how
when I get a
are
shitty Grand Vizier too.
yeah, how are families for Aaron? I think they're
Yeah.
all pretty much neutral, right?
Oh, I haven't looked in a minute. I should look.
I
So
think they're
there's no.
neutral. I'm hovering over
Oh, that's
tooltips, but
not
you
great
can
either.
check.
Oh, dude, look at that. Sucks so much for Aaron right now.
What
His
happened?
The leader of his riders hates him, and the
Oh
leader
no.
of his clerics hates him.
Oh, but yeah, all his families are neutral. What is it? Alt 1, Alt 2 to swap? Yeah, Alt 1, Alt 2. Okay, so, all right. So that's kind of
Units
convenient.
attacking.
Yes, Ninja is attacking Nestor. He's killed a warrior and an archer so far. And yeah, um, he hasn't moved his siege tower yet, but presumably will soon. It will do, oh my god. His siege
Yeah,
tower will do insane amounts of damage to that city.
yeah.
He can
We're gonna
force
see it,
march it
right?
right
Because he just
now.
cleared the tile.
Yeah, I think he's going to do it. The walls will
I'm
help a
looking
little
forward
bit.
to
Here
this.
we go. Chunk!
Boom! Look at that. It's such a
12,
ridiculous.
12 damage from the siege tower. 12 damage. And the light chariot does 3 damage to it. The archer can stun. Is he just going to take the city? I don't think he has the orders for it, right?
He
Yeah,
just wounded the leader. The cleave off the conscript just wounded the leader. That's funny.
oh my god. Do conscripts have Pierce?
Apparently.
Pierce, yes, they have plus 25% Pierce. Huh.
Yeah.
Tells you how much I know, how many times I've used conscript.
Yeah.
Um,
The walls will finish just in time to not be useful. I mean, they don't
I
improve combat
they
strength, right?
they give you max HP, but they don't heal the city. So I don't know whether it'll go to. I think it'll scale proportionally. I don't know actually,
What do you
because
think?
the city should heal 1 HP by itself, right? So that'll put it 4 out of 20. So will it be 14 out of 30, or will it be proportionally scaled?
I don't know. Also, I do remember the combat strength of the city scales with
Or the walls are
people,
plus
right?
10? They are plus 10. Yes, there's a slight scale for the number of citizens.
Yeah, but does it
Um,
scale at all with walls as well? Does it get stronger or just
no, I
more
think
more
walls are
tanky?
flat 10%.
Okay. Okay. Oh,
Man,
yeah.
this is really rough for Aaron. I think he might be staring his tournament life here.
Yeah, I think so too.
Like I just don't see a way back at this point.
I don't want to rule him out exactly yet, but I do
But
think
barring
it's
catastrophic mistakes from Ninja, he does get Doctrine and instantly picks Drama.
walls
I
went to
guess
4.
food boost, phalanx, and metaphysics. So,
Yeah,
um,
drama allows Gnosticism, and he's been saving the civics, so presumably that is just another
yeah,
order and another 10 legitimacy, which matters
yeah,
right
he's
now, but
got
not.
these awkward raiders in the north, which aren't great either.
No.
The city did go up to 14, so it is a flat plus 10. But I
Yep.
don't think that's going to matter because the siege tower can do 12 damage next turn.
Yeah, he needs to abandon that
Yeah.
entirely.
Oh, he's stunning the
Oh, he's
siege tower.
nice.
Unfortunately for him, there is another siege tower in 2 years and 4 years and 6 years. So, okay, it's going to be a while. So the city might be able to hold. I don't think it will. He's
I feel
just
like Aaron
going
is just putting on a show for us because I don't really. I
like,
don't think you care to defend this city like this.
I
'Cause
mean,
I
okay,
think
let's
you.
just look at the unit count for Aaron. It is 4. There is an archer, 2 light chariots, and a warrior.
It's a boat. It's a solid 5. Thank you very much.
That's true, but like
We have a
this
lot
is
of
not
workers. This
this
could
is
be
not great.
militia. No,
This is not great.
no.
Yeah, the boat. I'm not counting the boat because the boat's currently built. Yeah, this is really rough.
And we
He's
spent some
doing
more
everything
civics,
right
sadly.
though. I mean, he's putting. Yeah, he spent civics on what? What did he spend civics on?
I don't know, but what it wasn't is it wasn't saved for this
It wasn't
Citadel
saved
finishing
for
in 2 turns.
rushing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, This is
Oh, he
painful.
probably spent it on doctrine if I had to guess.
Did he
Or
enact
orthodoxy
ortho? Yeah,
rather.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So ortho makes sense because that lets you rush with orders because you're going to have lots of orders because you don't have any units left. So
it's true. Again, it's
um,
5 head plays.
yeah, but like I don't know. Yeah,
That city
I'm
is
just
just
watching the very big unit count from Ninja, and there's training boost, which I presume is what he's going for, so he can make a lot of conscripts. Yes.
yeah.
Wow, this I thought they were relatively even at the start of this session. So
Really?
uh, Ninja felt slightly ahead, but like I didn't feel like it was.
Wasn't he up 2 to 3 cities at the start of the
He was
session
up
and
like
like
one city.
more than a
It
thousand
was it was
science?
it was one city and about 1,000 science.
Okay.
Um,
I don't feel like that's even to me. Like I didn't think Aaron was out of it yet, but it felt like
yes,
Ninja had a pretty significant advantage coming into this session to me.
yes. The best thing he can build in Sino is a warrior or an archer. He could build an archer. Yeah, I don't know that he has. Yeah, Aaron has not much wood left and presumably saving his wood for mounted lancers next turn. So he doesn't want to spend it on an archer. But it's not looking good. Might see a
Right.
GG after Nestor falls, or we wait for another city. But like at this point, there's just so many units. You don't have. I just don't see what his out is. A mounted lancer every turn for the next 5 turns won't be enough.
No, it's true. He needs some area effect, other efficient ways of clearing, right? He needs horsemen,
Yeah,
chariots, siege engines, etc. Because
yeah,
the mounted lancers aren't going to be enough right now.
yeah.
And
Onagers
but I
maybe
think
would have
I think
helped.
this would have been a different story if those units hadn't gone forward
Yeah,
into
yeah, absolutely.
Azala.
Yeah, I mean, but at the same time, like he beautifully got those 2 archers, and then just could have settled back and waited and let his science lead. I don't know, like force Ninja to attack into him. He like I don't know.
Yeah, we're dice rolling. I
I mean,
get it. You're
Ninja could have
behind.
also just backed up, taken another city, and started wonder spamming, and then the ball is back in Iron's court.
Yeah, but Aaron was close
But
to
I think Aaron
lancers.
was speeding up. So, um, yeah, there goes the city. I think.
Another critical just at the right moment. I think the walls were down, right? So that was full
Yeah,
damage to the unit, as opposed to the last hit on the wall.
look at all these slingers just plinking away. This is why slingers are so much better than warriors, by the way.
Yeah.
Because all right, there we go, and we got it with a conscript, a very damaged conscript, and another conscript behind the way. Wow, the conscript is like 5 damage. Workers into conscript. Ninja is like, let's end it here. We are going. I'm gonna face class in the final. Wow. Wow, what a journey from Ninja. Lost his first game and has won every single game since then. That is just incredible performance.
Yeah, pretty exciting match here too. Honestly, as a whole, like it
Yeah.
was.
This will be 8 straight wins in a row.
It's a lot.
And he
And
pull off 9 and
attribute a
10 to
lot of this.
become champion. Go ahead.
I attribute a lot of this win to the Grand Vizier. He was just really helping out with his incredible unit selection.
Yeah. So he beat Fiddler 25, Michael of Minx, Arankos, Purple Bull Moose, Fluffy Bunny, Nizar, Alcaras, and now Aran. So that is a collection of skulls.
Yep. I think it was Aaron who was unavailable for Sunday play, right? So there
Yes.
is
Yeah, there is a
there's a
chance.
chance
Yeah, we could
that
have a
class and Ninja might play
class in
tomorrow.
Ninja. Although class maybe like I need to study Ninja. I'll watch all those games. I'll be back in
Yeah.
5 weeks.
Yeah, that was I think the nice thing about class sitting in the winners bracket, just waiting on the
Yeah,
tournament.
you should have
When it
time
comes
to
up.
study, my friend.
Yes. Yeah.
All right, let's see. Do we see a GG from Aaron here,
Aaron.
or he's unfortunately severely ill? Oh, no, that's not on him. Do we get machinery here? Presumably machinery.
The details matter, I suppose, but
1 turn on
sometimes the details matter
Citadel.
less.
Yeah. And Frederick points out, even though the Grand Vizier's stats sucked, the fact that he was a builder actually saved him a lot of orders in all his improvements.
Sure.
And improvement count, though, is 100 to 70. So
I was gonna say what we've seen from Ninja is that he doesn't actually care about improvement count all that much, and the
No.
city count is what he cares about most. So it's funny the Grand Vizier is doing the exact opposite. It's helping with his improvement count at the cost
Yeah.
of all of his city counts, all of his production queues.
It's continuing to stun the siege tower. Sort of a rear guard action here from Aran. But I mean, just the I have the unit tab open to siege, ranged, horse, and melee, and there are 4 units left. And I have to scroll when it toggles over to Ninja. Soren would love to cast the finals, and we would love to have you cast the finals, Soren, but the 15th? Okay, that's good to know. There's this GDC thing going on, right? So good luck at GDC, sir.
Oh, man. Cool to see the siege tower out. This is not the army I would have thought. The siege tower is supported by hordes of slingers and conscripts.
I mean,
I've never seen exactly this army composition before.
They are it's a lot of units. So, and every unit matters, and like those slingers, they do damage. And I think it'd be a little different if like Aran had 8 Kushite calves, then like whatever, who gives a shit? But he doesn't, and the problem is like scaling up slowly. I would like to see his one light chariot go back and heal, honestly, because Citadel next turn, so he could have upgraded it. But I guess, yeah, I don't know.
Probably is enough to rush 1 next turn, right?
He can definitely Orthodoxy rush 1 next turn, yeah.
Not the Lancers. They don't route.
They don't
and
route.
they're a ranged unit, so they don't do well versus trees anyway. So it's just they're a very interesting unit. They're a very mobile strike force, but they're not so good like just 1 or 2 of them. You know, you want like a critical mass of those things. Unlike the siege towers, which are like the opposite.
Yeah. Siege towers, 10 siege towers doesn't do much for you. 3 or 4 is fine. Really, 2 or 3 honestly is even fine, because you probably can't attack a city from 6 places anyway. And they're really slow, so they're not great for killing units. But yeah, no, really, really impressive performance. Yeah, so many units. I don't even have the count. It's just a lot. 19 infantry units by itself. Let's see, he finished training boost, so he's got a lot more conscripts if he wants them. Could get machinery, could get a Byrene, could get a camel archer, doctrine.
I'd like to see every one of his workers, like all of them, go into conscripts just for the real show of
just
kind
for
of
fun.
How long the game goes in Ninja's mind.
But then Aran holds it, and then he has no more workers.
Sure. Yeah. It'd be quite a hold from here.
It'd be quite a hold. Yeah. Look at all these warriors here in this champ seat. Never did build ranges in the champ seat, so it's interesting. I guess you don't need ranges to win.
No, when the only thing being built is friggin' warriors.
Yeah, no, Ninja does a really good job of like, I just need to go kill my opponent. I don't need to have an economy with 250 of every resource in the game, because what does that matter if I beat my opponent? It doesn't matter.
Yeah, but I think that's even more of a skill than you're giving it credit for.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a balance.
Yeah.
I only build what I need to build.
It's a mental agility that I like, right?
Yes.
Maybe it's a mindset for him that all games are like that. But a lot of times in 4X that is a moment that players struggle with, is flipping from I'm trying to get stronger to I can finish.
Yeah, no, I definitely struggle with that. I'm like, well, I'm not at 1,000 science and 1,000 of every resource. We can keep building, we'll get stronger. And it's like, I lost on points, guys. Sorry. So, yeah.
Like some of these things, like I can't imagine with a military push being on my mind here, not having improved the ore, for example.
I just cannot imagine that either. But especially the 2 ore, he bought all those tiles and then never improved them.
Mindset difference. It's very interesting to see.
Yeah, but I guess he has 110 iron. So what does he need?
It's training.
Yeah.
And not even global; it's local training, which is good. Anyway,
all right. He has mass upgrading conscripts here.
Good. That is a style flex right there at the end.
This is pretty amazing. Yeah.
Can settlers upgrade to conscripts? I don't even know. They can.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Can settlers upgrade to conscripts? 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32 total units on the board.
Yeah.
Including like 5 or 6 or 7 conscripts.
But probably interestingly is like the specialist count compared to that. The score
graph is pretty brutal here.
I think if you go into a game with Ninja, you're gonna want some area of effect. Like,
Yes,
the
you're
number,
gonna, yeah.
like the thing that keeps
Onagers,
popping into my head is I
ballista,
want Fireball.
yeah,
Like,
fireball, yeah.
Fireball would be good here. But barring Fireball, maybe you can get like,
The old
Axe.
world Wizards edition. So
That's right.
your leader is now a wizard and can cast spells on the battlefield, which honestly would be really cool.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
all right, he is going in and hunting the last remaining units. The tide of units is just pouring over here.
But
And
Ballista would have been great here. Onagers would have been great here. Just and route. Like
yes,
there are
yeah,
tools for
yeah,
dealing
yeah.
with hordes of weaker
Yep,
units, but we
yep.
just didn't see any of them out
We
here.
didn't see them. Yeah, it's part of the reason I really like Carthage and Hatti because, especially Carthage, you get easy access to siege because you start with aristocracy, and your unit, your unique unit has route built in, so you're never without a route unit.
Yes.
So siege and route, and then you get spears on top of that. It becomes very hard to attack into you, and
Yeah, I
you
really
can
like the
trade. You can
unique unit
trade very
routing.
well. Yeah, Hatti also is nice with routing unique unit. Persia too, although it's not a melee route, but it's still a route. And a ranged out is actually really good because you don't actually have the counterattack damage. So just a
Yeah, I
little
don't
more
really think that
finessey.
last part matters too much.
It
Like I
does
rarely
it
find route
yeah.
units survive the turn after they
Yeah,
route.
yeah, yeah. It doesn't matter that much, but like an upgraded cataphract archer is terrifying. So
Sure.
I think might find myself playing more Persia now after the trader nerfs because I feel like traders are finally no longer mandatory. So
Yeah, I think you know, at the risk of sounding cheeky about this, it's not my intention. I think you kind of proved that in your last game,
yes,
right?
yeah, yeah, no,
Yeah.
I definitely felt it last game where it's like, oh, okay, well, I no longer have infinite money in the first 20 turns.
Yeah.
So
Which
which
is
is
good.
good,
That's what we want.
which is good. Like
Yeah.
I'm
No,
not complaining. I'm saying this was a
I know
good
you
balance
said at this
adjustment.
tournament you're going to
Yeah,
play Carthage until you
until it
get
gets
forced
nerfed.
not to, and
Yeah, yeah,
there was finally enough nerfs there that you
yeah,
got
yeah.
forcing them was wrong, and
All
I
right,
love that.
mounted
I want
lancer. Let's see here, 27 orders to rush it out,
okay.
or
So
510.
it's basically free.
Basically,
You're saying.
yeah. I mean, we have 4 units left: a militia and 3 archers.
Alcaras, I just play whatever is busted.
That's
Scion
true.
says. Well,
I
I mean,
always
it's a
play the
tournament.
most overpowered thing. So that is my way of selecting what I play.
It's literally a
Which
competitive game mode, right? What are you going to do in a
what do I
competitive
think
game
is
mode?
most you play to entertain. You go
In a competitive
diplomat.
game mode?
You go
No.
diplomat and settle on your opponent's side of the map and do a tribal alliance and do all sorts of stuff.
That was super fun to watch,
It was super fun to watch.
and it
So
worked that game.
it did work that game. Let's see. He's presumably going to rush this mounted lancer out, presumably. Otherwise,
Sure.
why did you get orthodoxy? It's not going to be enough. So I think we are staring the barrel here. I really don't see. He's getting machinery, which, again, the problem is you need critical mass of all this stuff, and you just don't have time at this point.
Yeah. Yeah. A single onager doesn't do much, but
Yeah,
couple does.
five onagers. Good luck. Good luck attacking into 5, especially if they're supported in forts or on hills or behind a city. It just becomes really, really painful. Like even Nestor, if he had had 4 onagers in those forests and an onager in the city, I don't think Nestor was falling.
Yeah, it would certainly be more costly. Those siege engines are going to punch that city
Sure,
down
sure,
regardless of how
sure,
many
sure.
onagers you have behind it. But
Yeah, but
yeah, but it will cost you.
yeah, and the siege engines take less damage from the onagers too. But
Yeah. Yeah, we've seen this a couple times now, and I get it. This is the end. I mean, this tournament has been. When did you start? September,
September, yeah, we announced in August and started in September.
and this is March. This is almost mid-March right now, so
6
it's a
months. Yeah.
long tournament. So I get it that the players, as they get knocked out, especially the players who are in this late of a stage, don't want to give up. But it does feel kind of hopeless from Aran at this point.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if we go much beyond turn 72, and like I really hope they're not like let's continue because like I don't understand what let's continue would be. Like
Yeah.
what are you continue? I just don't see a path out at this point.
Yeah.
And he's not going to rush that lancer. I guess he's using orders on everything else.
Uh,
Still building a stronghold in Boldus. Okay, that's a choice. Zoroastrian monastery, 141 science, so he is well ahead in science income, but the gap is still not closed. That early boost from Schemer, I think. Let's look at turn
Yeah.
30. Turn 30, Ninja has 1,200 science. Aran has 600, and most of that I
Exactly.
think was
This-
from the
that's the
leader
question,
and
like,
the
look at
adoption.
this.
Yeah.
let me get a thought in here just as real quick, which is that there, Aaron has done kind of almost what he needs to do in this game to turn this back around, which is to get those monasteries, the leverage of his religion. There's no time, right?
Yep.
Like Ninja's game plan is in part ending here. And what was the biggest mistake Aaron made then? maybe there was, the forward was the final, like going from Nestor into Azala was the final kind of straw on that, and that
Yeah.
was clearly a mistake. But the mistake really was picking Judge, right? Like it just
Yeah.
didn't compete with the schemer
Yep.
at all. Like that was the biggest mistake he made this game, if I see it that way. As I see
Yeah.
it anyways.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And I think the other mistake was just overextending. When you're weaker, it's very you need to conserve every unit, because having 10 units to an opponent's 20 is a very different world to having 1 or 2 units to your opponent's 10.
I don't think
So
this combat we're seeing here after the turn where Aran's boat got pushed out of the way and Ninja flooded in like this, I don't think Aran is playing to win anymore. I think he's
no,
playing to just
he's
use
buying
his
time.
units each turn. No, not even buying time. I don't think he thinks he's in the game anymore. I think he's
Okay.
literally just making his attack moves with all of his units each turn, because I think he would otherwise attempt to try to mass up and mount some kind of coordinated
Counterattack,
defense somewhere else.
attack.
Yeah. So I think this is just the end of the tournament kind of I'll make my moves and let you kill me kind of deal.
Yep. We haven't been 3 hours yet. Go ahead. Sorry.
But prior to that, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off like that. But prior to that, I think he was playing still to win. So I think the going forward from Nestor was a mistake. But I don't know.
It was a mistake, but it was a playing to win mistake, right? Maybe he missed the
Yes.
fire ship upgrade. Again, if he didn't have that fire ship pushed out of the way, he could have taken the city.
Yep.
So
and a gamble, right? Like the other units are over there, he may not have the orders to get over here. He may not be willing to commit that. I have to take some risks to try to get back in it, etc.
Yeah.
So.
And also, hats off to Ninja. 4 leaders before turn 50, and then his game is still solid, right? So he definitely got some unlucky stuff, right? Dead at 31, which is pretty much as early. Dead on turn 31, which is as early as you pretty much can have a natural death. I think you're protected until 30 for your first leader, and then his second leader lived for just 7 years and died as severely ill, and then another leader died as severely ill and only lived 10 years. So
God, that's Siege Tower doing 8 damage to that leader in the forest.
Yes, it is. It is brutal.
Yeah, I think maybe there's more to that than just a thought that popped in my head as you're doing this, as you're going through that recap. One of the things that I see a lot in my games is the power of polytheism and monotheism, right? So I see that tech get used a lot. Like a lot of people are going monasticism very early in my games that I'm playing.
Yes, poly into divine. Yep.
Yeah, and I think one of the weaknesses of that is you're reliant on your UUs then, because you don't have military techs along the way there. So what do you have? You have culture, and you have your unique unit that doesn't require specific tech. So that it's interesting that this is one of the ways to exploit that. Because I've been wondering, is it just always best to kind of play with that tech in mind? And the answer mostly has been yes up to here. But this is a nice counter to that on some level, which is you can't build enough of your unique units at their extraordinarily high training cost to leverage the science you're going to get from this. So if I hit you at the right moment, you lose by taking that tech, or at least our
Ninja's attack timing was impeccable, right? Turn 55 or something is where he started showing up and pushing, and then turn 60 or so. Like if we look at the mill graph, we can see the first falls on the mill graph around turn 60. So yeah, I mean he like, and honestly, like I love the poly into divine rule into monotheism, because it's such a huge order factory. Like Aran actually has a big order advantage right now,
and a science lead now. Like the monasteries,
it's all paying off. It's just Ninja punched right at the right time, right? He optimized for a turn 60 attack, and that's right. Like had he waited even 10 turns, this could look very different.
But that's good though, because what that suggests is that the line of greed versus
chaos it's well balanced.
Is finer than than I've been seeing in my games recently.
Yep, which is why for the next tournament I'm introducing ultra wide. You'll start 200 tiles.
That's right.
Start 200 tiles away for your opponent.
You must
map is
your game
10
plan to alcaras via spreadsheet at the beginning of each match.
The map is 20 tiles tall and 300 tiles wide.
The rough suggested timeline to clear your calendar for this tournament would be 6 years. So.
Yes. No attacks before turn 100. So
that's right.
Yeah, no rush 100 turns. I mean, Aran played well. His economy is impeccable, right? He did a beautiful religion play. It is interesting to your point as well. Like Ninja's winning without ever getting a world religion, and also we've seen in the meta that people get really obsessed over getting a world religion and like the importance of that. But the payoffs for the world religion are late, right? Like it doesn't really start paying off until right about now. And Ninja, I think wisely went and attacked Aran as opposed to saying, I'm just going to finish clearing the map. Yeah,
Yeah, it's interesting because I think Ninja actually had options this
he
game
did. He
because I
did.
think with his science lead, he could have grabbed husbandry and done the same religion kind of mirror play with better science and doing it with the second religion, and he'd have been fine.
Yeah,
There's nothing that prevented him from doing that. He had such a science lead at the beginning that he
yeah,
could have done that too. But this timing push is nice because it does hit Aaron right when he's weakest.
yeah. Let's see. We've got another siege tower coming along, another settler coming along, or that settler's been sitting there forever. Never mind. We've got some biremes spammed out. The Grand Vizier is actually dead. I don't
Oh my
remember when
god,
it died. And his leader is doomed now, actually. So what is Ninja's heir? Ninja's heir is a commander who hates his guts.
Aaron's leader's doomed too right now this turn.
Oh, doomed the same turn.
Commander coming up too.
Yeah. Or sorry, I was on Aaron.
Oh okay.
Ninja's leader is not doomed. Aaron's leader is doomed. So it'll only
Yeah,
be
but no
Aaron's.
routing unit because like that could be something. I don't think it could be something to win this game here, but it could do a lot of
Yeah,
damage to
commander
the
routing
board.
unit could be great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, no, Ninja played really well. Again, his first 50 turns are just he doesn't do what I expect him to do, but he does like he just is so efficient. Like I don't know another way of putting it. It's just like everything just works like clockwork. I think he had a game very early. I forget against who. Just it was the one where he like built the coastal builder stuff, and it was just a beautiful illustration of like such perfectly timed expansions. My hope when I faced him was if I may play a larger map, maybe he'll peter out, but he just kept expanding, so it actually made it worse in some ways.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, he played really well. Um, Excited to see him versus class here because this is going to be both players I would say with unconventional styles are like divergent from
Yeah.
what I think the consensus opinion of the correct way to play Old World is, and both of them pull out wins. I really
Yeah.
thought
There's
class
some.
was dead against Aaron in the first half of his game.
I thought so too, and it was interesting to see how powerful it wasn't a unique unit spam in the end that did it, but that like
Warrior
the massing of
spam.
unit behind that
Yeah,
was really really interesting. So
yeah.
yeah, I will be curious because I could see that backfiring totally. Like I can see that doing nothing too, right? Unconventional is unconventional for a reason. It just means
Yeah.
it could be because you're innovative and you're ahead of the meta, or it could be because you're behind the meta and it doesn't really make any
GG,
difference.
well played. GG, congratulations to Ninja. Wow.
All right, yeah, you
GG.
want to do a post game interview for this podcast?
Yeah, you should hang out as well.
Okay,
We do
all right,
need to surrender. So, all right, Aaron has
there it goes.
surrendered. All right, post game in Hanging Gardens.
Well, a shame to see Aaron out of the tournament. He's been a really fun player to watch. He was probably my pick for the victory, I think. So seeing a loss both class and ninja, fairly interesting. Uh,
Yeah.
seeing these other styles, it's kind of cool.
Yeah. All right, let's go to Hanging Gardens.
Yeah.
Hello, Aaron. Well played. Condolences on the loss.
Hello. Thank you.
Oh, Aaron is a great show, man.
Thanks. It was a rough game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What
tell us
I mean,
about
we
your
can.
game plan going in.
My game plan at the beginning was that I wanted to have a longer game, play a bit more defensive, and I think got a bit thrown off by the grove resources and the German aqueduct. It felt like a really nice setup for my Egypt game, similar as I played versus Nisar.
Mm-hmm.
But I did a few mistakes. I made my second military unit a bit too late. I got a bit confused exploring by finding the landmarks and got lost in the labyrinth, things like that.
Yeah. Still,
So
like,
I was a bit slow out of the gate.
yeah. And hello, Ninja. Congratulations on the win. Really, really well played.
Thank you, and well played to you, Aaron, as well. It was a very tense game going back and forth, and I'm looking at your science right now. You really pulled ahead last minute, so I'm happy that I rushed in as fast as I did.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
we had
was
a
very good timing and well played.
We had a lot of commentary about that as the observers, that the game Aran was playing, especially with the monasticism and religion leverage, needed more time to get him back in the game, and the timing of your attack ninja was just very, very hard for Aran to defend.
Yeah, 10 or 15 turns later, it would have been, I think, a little different.
But we did love seeing that counterplay, Aran. I thought that was really well done with killing the double marksman archers with the blocked boat. That looked like it was quite a nice move. But then just that wave of units and the Grand Vizier ninja. How did you love that guy?
I don't know. I mean, I didn't really like him at first, but eventually, like 20, 30 turns into his career, he's built all these warriors and slingers, and they ended up being pretty useful. So I can't
Yeah.
really fault him for building those.
Yeah. When you went into this gameplay ninja, we saw that really powerful air come out of this. Was that a big part of the impetus for picking Schemer, or just Schemer in general? What do you think?
I also picked Schemer for the orders per war as well as the 4 wisdom. I actually don't really adopt characters that much, but I'm playing Aran this game. I thought I'd have to do something different. So this is a rare thing, but I did the adopt mission, and then I'm looking at the air a couple years later, and he's all of a sudden 9 wisdom. So I should probably do it more in the future.
Yeah, it seemed very strong. Very strong.
Did you do any tutoring with your patrons, minister?
I did one tutoring, and there was also another event, but it just does not explain how we got to 9 wisdom. Like that might be 4 or 5, but just seeing that 9, it was crazy.
Did you send him off exploring?
Not that air. It was a different one that I sent.
Huh. Yeah, I don't quite know where that 9 came from either, but it was a very powerful air, especially with that extra standing modifier. Let's see. I think there were a couple questions there. What was the thought process behind Manor Ninja? Was that just for the conscripts, or was there like we were looking at Bodkin, or just kind of both, or?
Exactly, and it was for the conscripts, and I kind of settled on that very beginning because this is already a land consolidation map, and then Assyria starts with that military drill, which is the closest to compo, and then the rest of the tree. So I thought right after I get my 7 laws, just beeline for Manor to get the conscripts for his unique unit, and then eventually go to Balkan Era for the mass upgrade.
Oh, cool. It's interesting. We've seen you do a lot of ballista and mill rushes, and I think a lot of people were expecting that again. So it's kind of nice to see a different strategy out of that, and it seemed like you were responding pretty well to what your opponent was likely to do.
Yeah, I mean, I thought about ballistas for a long time. I really do love them, but I just didn't think this was the right map for them, especially with all the groves, as well as once you get the land consolidation, then you're already that much closer to the H rank longbowman.
Yeah, it's great, and it's nice to see people adapting to the maps and situations changing, not just spamming the same thing. So it was kind of cool to see, I guess it's breadth of your play. So, what was So, Aran, I kind of want to flip back to you here for a second. If you could do this differently, would there be anything you'd change?
Yeah, at the start, I think I might have picked landowners and just leaned into the growth a bit more because my thinking without the growth was that I would be a bit faster with the 6 strength light chariots, and that those would help me expand on the map. But I feel now the law timing was delayed, and I think I was a bit. I feel I was a bit behind with how fast science was going for Ninja. But I think trying to expand a bit more early, and maybe also waiting a bit more. Like if I was in the same situation now, 10 turns ago, whatever it was, just waiting to get a bit more units out so I could fight with more than just warriors and archers.
Tell us about
Some things like that.
Yeah, did you see the fireship upgrade from Ninja, or was that a surprise to you?
I saw it because I had a vision over his move into the central goal site. And I probably should have played that differently, or I think I was kind of hoping that there weren't that many units that would flood in. Not really sure, but yeah, there was a bit too many mistakes.
Yeah, tense game though, and played in real time. It's always
Yeah.
there's going to be some mistakes. What about you, Ninja?
Yeah.
Anything you'd have changed in your play?
I think I could have changed how I bought the tiles to prevent that bireme from cutting off the axis. I think I got too fancy with going up to this mini island and then going back down to Zala. I could have just gone along the south coast and forget about, hopping between the two land masses. That would just made one continuous stretch. He would have been able to interrupt it with the bireme. So, that'd be one thing I'd change. And then additionally, the Grand Vizier, I do think in the end it did help me with all that, junk unit building. But I think looking back, I probably should have denied it and either done that myself or built maybe a tad bit more specialists and a tad bit less units. I didn't really need as many as I did.
Gotcha.
Yeah, there's a lot of idle warriors just sitting in Katna, chilling. So,
Anything else you want to cover, Alcaras?
um, tell us about the judge start. What was your thinking there, Aaron?
Yeah, that ties into the like 4 law timing and getting those light chariots out with Egypt and the clerics. You just need to get the civics out. And usually I like going with the riders for the extra orders and the scouting. I think in this game I should have just gone landowners and maybe a schemer and leaned into that.
It's hard to get away from the schemer meta. And then I guess question for Ninja, when you pushed in with those two, you had 2 highly upgraded archers that then Aaron cut you off and killed. I presume that came as a surprise, or like what was your sort of reaction and thinking there? Like it was a pretty aggressive play in the first place from you. And then
I thought that he wouldn't be able to do anything because I made sure to get the marksman and then keep them out of range of the city capital, or sorry, the city, so he couldn't stun them from within the tile. But then he had that really good positioning and then the good cutoff. And at that point, that was, I think, the point where I lost the most amount of hope. But then I was able to come back, I think, over the next couple turns and then started going back up again.
yeah, and you also went engineering. Was that just for 7th law, or like?
Yeah, just for the timing. That was
Okay.
it.
Yeah, we saw you flip back and forth between that and Spearman like 3 or 4 times that turn. So it seemed like it was a tough decision.
Yeah, exactly. Because you could either go with a direct counter, or if I had the time, then go up to the 7 laws. That'd have been better long term.
Yeah.
And then Aaron, you ended up going doctrine over machinery. I think you passed machinery a couple times. Can you talk us through sort of your thinking there?
Yeah, I think doctrine would have helped me more long term. I think with machinery, I really needed to get to hydraulics as well for it to make a difference. With doctrine, I wanted to get the temples and be able to use the what's it called, the orthodoxy
Yeah.
rushing.
Yeah, but it did leave you, whether or not this was all Ninja's plan, it looks like some of it was, and some of it was the Grand Vizier's plan. It left you very susceptible to being swarmed with no AoEs of your own, no onagers, no routing unit, and no ballistas. Meant that just like this swarm of slingers is almost impossible for you to kill with your UUs.
Yeah,
Wasn't-
I got the husbandry really late, and I wanted to get the chariots out like, I don't know, 50 turns ago or something.
Yeah.
Any
So many
questions?
things you want to do.
Yes.
Too many things to do. Any questions do you have for each other?
I've got one more for Ninja. Without spoiling your game plan, Ninja, what do you see are going to be the biggest challenges with your game with class? So don't tell me the specifics of what you're looking to do, but what do you see as his strengths or weaknesses?
I think his strengths are reliability into a late game. So for my first final match, I believe I get the map pick, right?
Yes.
So I'm definitely, not going something big. But it's that second match where it's very scary because he'll be able to pick what I imagine he'll pick is ultra wide tiny coastal rain basin. And just on that map, I was reading in the Discord that he hit guilds by turn 45. I don't think I've ever done that or even near that. So I'm gonna have to see if I can hang in there.
Yes, and
I think
suppose
that might have been with Goody Huts though.
Yeah, that was definitely with Goody Huts on. So yeah.
okay. Ninja has only 2 lives if he wins the first one, right?
Correct.
Okay. So
You mean class
is
has 2 lives, Ninja has 1 life left, so they need
Okay.
someone needs to go to 0 lives.
Man, I hope no offense to either of the players. I want to see all 3 games or as many games as I can out of that. So I want
It's up to
many
2
matches
games.
as
It's 1 or 2
possible.
games. It's
Yes.
game 1. If Klaus wins, that's it. If Ninja wins, then we go to another match. Any
Yeah.
questions that you have for each other? Aaron, any questions for Ninja?
Looks like we're good.
What was your thinking like with Assyria? Like, were you considering other nations or?
So I was automatically thinking of just the Hunters nations, because anytime there's a camp, and especially with the new update where you get the UU cards on the culture level up, so I'm automatically going Hunters capital. And then against your UU, Assyria had the ranged protection, as
Yeah.
well as I like on the small map the combination of Hunters but then champions, which only Assyrian Axum have that, or just Assyria actually.
Just this area, yeah.
Ah, cool.
Yeah, it's
Cool.
a good pick.
Any questions that you have for Aaron, Ninja?
Not a question, but I'm looking at the map and how he was able to get this monastery between the 3 groves.
It's a beautiful
It just
monastery.
looks really nice. I wish I could have done something like that.
Yeah, you never actually got a world religion. I see. Did you even get husbandry? No, you did not get husbandry. So no Judaism. It doesn't seem like you needed the world religion or even divine rule. So definitely, yeah. Were you thinking about religion at some point, or just like, I don't even need religion. I'm going to go kill him. So
I was thinking about it at the very beginning, but then once I kind of saw how the game was going, then the religion, it wasn't applicable to how fast I was trying to win.
Yeah.
It might have been more applicable if I'm trying to go to turn 90 or 100.
got it.
Yeah. And to be fair, Ninja, don't sell yourself short here. That was going to be your monastery.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Awesome. Well, congratulations to Ninja. Good luck in the finals. We are going to be excited about watching that. And Aaron, you've had an amazing tournament run as well. Hats off. Really some great games, some great play. Sad to see you exit, but you played very well throughout the tournament. Looking forward to you in the next tournament as well.
Yeah, thanks. And thanks for organizing. It's been really fun. Looking forward to the next one.
Awesome. Congrats again, Ninja, and good luck. And thank you all for watching.
Okay, take care, guys. Bye.
Take care. Can I turn off the stream here?